say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony Love, and we're about to get started today in things. I'm talking about why they mad and things, and that's a good question, though. You know, why are they mad? Why are the people mad that people support Trump? Or in this particular case, let me see here. Wait one moment. Oh, I'm getting my crown and glory, aren't I? I never do the show without having my MAGA hat on. Wait a moment. There we go. That's better now. I knew something wasn't looking right. Let me go ahead and put that camera on now. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to be addressing some things along with this as well, though, too. For those that are coming into the chat, I appreciate it. Mr. Booski, yeah, man, I want you to, if you are on and things, man, because Mr. Booski, I talked to him through a chat. Well, a quick one. You know, he was telling me how he been banned for just agreeing with the conversation with Trump. I know Joe Mama mentioned it. There's several others that have mentioned it. I'm talking about my mods. We're going to get there in a minute. I've been doing some research, man, and I've been going over some things and things. So, therefore, I just went on and cleared pretty much of my mod list because I got a mole or maybe two and things for what I found. And I'm sure you guys that are happy now, you know, because I don't get a chance to really see the chats all the time. So they took advantage of that. And I had to go back on several episodes. Kim West, I unblocked you as well, too. All the people man, I had over about 70 some odd people blocked. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people blocked, right? Joe Mama Ben told me this. So you know what? And I was really, really angry and mad because I gave these guys a chance. And then after they took my kindness for weakness, I opened up my house, allowed them to moderate and things like that. So, yeah, guys, it's really, really sad, though, in regards to what has happened. Thank you, Deontay, man. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, you guys get a chance. Check out Deontay's show. Hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and post this up here, too. I gave you a like on your show, man. You know, there it is right here and put it above myself. There he is, guys. So he's also a Trump MAGA supporter, you know. Hey, Deontay, at least you and I having the problem that I have, man. And then, like I said before, for those that got your shows, you don't want to have a whole lot of moderators, you know, because after a while, man, you know, you're going to have some moles, you know. And I had some moles, but I got with most of it now. We ain't going to have that problem or whatever. and things like that, So yeah, man. Yeah, you're welcome, man. So you guys get a chance, check out Deontay Rant Wave podcast show and things. Ultra MAGA is what he says here, guys. We all for the same thing because we're trying to get through the midterms here, And like I said, Deontay, whenever you're ready, man, we can do another collaboration or two. It doesn't matter to me, man. I just said we're brothers here, brothers supporting this country, Make America First. But I said, man, I had to do it, man. I went over there, went down through my mod list. Yeah, he said vote red, guys, because we got a lot of work to do. We got some Democrat Obama lovers. That was my moderator or moderators. So there it is. So there, I'm taking care of that hemorrhaging and things like that. And I got some people that I really know. Joe Mama, he's been there from like day one, Brian Reed, because I know he moderates on your channel, And I know it's Man USA 1, so those guys are cool because they've been vetted through you, right? But some of the ones, what I'm saying? I know it's another dude, what's it, CRX or whatever? He come on my chat too sometimes. So, yeah. But, yeah, we ready, though, man. Yeah, because they were, man, I'm going to tell you, Deontay, man, they were over here banning a lot of people, man. Mr. Booski, man, there was a few others. Kim West, if you are listening, Kim West, I unblocked all your channels that was banned. So, therefore, you can come back on here as well, too. Because I was looking at some of the comments that Kim was making. She was asking a question. And you know who you are for banning her or whatever. So, you already know. You won't moderate over here and things like that. We don't do stuff like that. Mr. Booski got banned, and he's been a Trump supporter, and they still ban him. That lets you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got it undercover now, ladies and gentlemen. I said I was gonna get down to it. I just needed more evidence. When Mr. Booski told me this like 3 days ago, and it was a good thing when I saw the notification. And yeah, it came up. So yeah, that's the thing about it. But yeah, so why are they mad? Not talking about, we're talking about in general. Why are these people mad? Because the thing about it is that these people, that many of them were Obama, supporters. They supported Biden. They didn't have any types of words for any of these people, right? It was like business as usual. They didn't have any type of words. There was no type of pushback. Obama couldn't do no wrong, right? Presidentially, yeah, because he's basically a smooth silk, smooth-tongued devil. There we go. A smooth-tongued devil, and literally, because Obama could sell people anything, right? People believed in this guy. Like I mentioned before. They want to make it like we picking on Obama. It's racism with Obama. Obama does what Obama does, right? When it come down to, we're talking about insurgency, right? We're talking about, the other one we call treason. It's just a dirty word. There was a list of some things. And then they were over here loving on Biden. We had 9% inflation. They tried to blame that on Trump. People, especially on the left, their constituents keep them ignorant. You know what I'm saying? They keep their constituents ignorant is what I'm trying to say. They don't really understand how inflation really works. It's a government situation, right? When the government is overspending, overreaching government, remember how he bragged? Joe Biden hired 7,000 IRS agents. Who's up here congratulating himself to pay taxes? You ask the majority of the people in this country, taxes sucks. 40%, it's the 40-40 rule, right? You work 40 years of your life for them to take 40% of your hard-earned working wages. This is totally un-American, right? But did they fight against that? No, they did not. It was all good. And then Joe Biden hired 87,000 IRS agents to go after you and me, right? shut down the Keystone Pipeline, right? This is another one. Biden told everybody all fracking, all drilling is going to come to a stop. This is why, and then they didn't have no hate for this guy. No hate for Biden's administration, Basement Obama or Barry Santoro. They didn't have no hatred towards this guy whatsoever. It's truly amazing. We seen, what is it? Biden started the war with who? Ukraine. What about all that money that was sent over there to Ukraine? There was no pushback coming from the left at all. They were making this. Remember they had all those signs up, the hypocrites, the Ukraine flag and all this other kind of stuff. We must protect, we must save Ukraine, right? Y'all remember that stuff? This nonsense. They pushed a war that they knew the Ukrainian people were never going to win. This was supposed to be a forever war. And when you have a forever war, right, these are the things that happen. This is what's going on, right? It was never meant to stop. And who was the profiteers that was going to be profiting off of another war? Zelensky, right? He made out like a bandit. Many of the parasitical global elites and all the rest of them made out like a bandit. It was never a war to be stopped. But to the people on the left and the far left, it was like business as usual. It was all good. They didn't have no pushback for Biden. Joe Biden is a racist. We always said that, right? When he's the architect of the 1994 crime bill. This is where your mass amount of blacks and brown was going to prison, right? This is what it was. He created the bill, and Clinton, what? They enforced it. They put the 84 in crime. They enforced the 1984 crime bill. They allowed these prisons to be owned under the Clinton administration. They went from state-owned prisons to privatization of the prison systems. Right? And for those that are coming in right now, I really appreciate you guys that were that's subscribing and liking as well. And also share this information with your friend before we go on. We got Denise Farmer in the house, radical Marxist Democrats. Go to North Korea where you belong. Yep, let me go ahead and address Denise Farmer. Yep, I got more loyalists for the women than I do with the men, though. Unfortunately, as a mod, boy, ain't that funny. But at any event, yeah, I appreciate you, though, Denise Farmer. Yep. Deontay Rant Waves. You guys check out his show again. We put it up there. Yep. We are proud to be in America, where at least that I can be free. For all the men and women who fought and died, so I could be free. What's going on, Jim Wilson? Yep, Jim Wilson, man. It's my buddy here, Jim Wilson, man. I'm glad to see you back on, Jim Wilson, man. And those else that got banned innocently, hopefully you guys will come back. You know, one monkey or two monkeys ain't gonna stop no show. We're gonna keep on rolling, though. You know, we're gonna keep on rolling. Yeah, because it was a little bit out of control there for a minute, but it's all good. But at any event, so where was I? So we're over here talking about, you know, and like I said, before I even mention the same, let me say Jim Wilson, let me see what he says here. He says Clinton was he said he was very dumb when he was running Arkansas. I believe that. CIA used Clinton's state with so much cocaine. Yeah, I read about that as well, too. Lot of dope was run through Arkansas, man. Lot of dope. He ain't the one of them. Bush is too. Out of Texas. Lot of dope for the people, though, you know. That's why it's good to be able to know these things, though. We ain't picking on these people. But why they so mad, right? You know why they mad, in my opinion, right? Because we destroyed the narrative. You know, when we say, you know, we especially see a black man wearing a MAGA hat, it's so alarming to some people. It's not alarming to me, but it's alarming because we destroyed their narrative. They were on here yesterday. When we asked the questions, what do? They don't even what? Answer them. I know this happened with you, Deontay, man. You would ask some of these liberals a simple question. They would bring up everything else. They would never address the questions. I had a guy yesterday demanding, for me to put him up on here. It's like, for what? You ain't even answering questions. I only deal with people that's intellectually smart, not intellectually stupid. You know what I'm saying? Why would I do that? Right? So they have a problem. They got a problem with your brother, you know? That's a personal problem. It ain't my problem. You know, my show gonna still roll on, but let's go down and get down to it. Joe Biden, right? This guy here, his policies and everything, because we know Basement Obama, he sucked. Look at this, man. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Now I'm starting to see guys and people coming in here because I probably was getting banned. You know, and it's good to see some of you guys. And like I said, I know there's a guy named Critical too. Critical, if you listening, man, he told me a while back that he got banned. Critical, I apologize on behalf of some of my stupid moderators that may have banned you, man. I appreciate it though, man. I want you to come back, man. And this ain't for my mods. These are the one that was doing the banning. He knows who he is. You know what I'm saying? But I had to be for sure. I had to get some people down. And then, like I said, the people that may not be a moderator now, they may come back up. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't going to be like it was before, because I don't need all those mods and stuff like that. I was doing pretty good of handling people in the room already. But we can't have moles in here and just banning good MAGA people. You see what I'm saying? We got the midterms, and we can't be messing around. But let's get back on the cooking, though. So we're talking about Joe Biden. This is the guy that spoke at a eulogy for Robert Byrd, known racist, right? He hated black people. You may as well put him up there with Strom Thurmond, right? He's another racist before him that hated black folk, right? So this is the thing about it, though, right? So it proves that Democrats are definitely racist. KKK. Strom Thurmond, wasn't he part of the Ku Klux Klan? At least he said he was. Oh, you know what I'm saying? White robe and all the rest of this stuff. Robert Byrd, white robe. You know the Klan robe. You know what I'm saying? He did his eulogy, said that he was his best friend, how he aspired to be like him, right? But they ain't had no smoke for this man, you know? If you look at the early Joe Biden, he was over there back in the 70s, 80s. I pulled up some of the old YouTube stuff. He over there using the N-word all the time. Right? Same thing with, you already know, oh my goodness, man. Boy, But this is the thing about it, though, right? When you start exposing the truth on these people, Lyndon B. Johnson was a known racist. He hated, he used to call Martin Luther King, Martin Coon King, right? This is the stuff that we talk about, right? That's what he was a Democrat, right? These were Democrats. If it wasn't for Martin Luther King handing, right, JFK, the blacks, they pretty much handed the blacks on the silver platter for his own personal reasons. Because I think Martin Luther King got in trouble in his early days, right around the time when they were kind of pushing and creating the whole civil rights thing, though. You know Martin Luther King went to jail, right? But they couldn't have that out there, though. So they had to clean it up. But he said, we'll do this favor, and what I believe that happened. But we want the black vote, right? And the black vote, they got it. And this is why the blacks have been married to the Democrats ever since. See, when you looked at Booker T. Washington, you looked at Frederick Douglass, W.E.B. Du Bois, and a lot of rest of them, they were all Republicans. I already did a whole live on this months ago. I listed who these famous people that were black were Republican. They knew their whole history because blacks back then wasn't that gullible and they weren't that stupid. They really know because of Abraham Lincoln. It was edged in stone. The freeing of the blacks, right? That's why the 13th Amendment was drafted up and was passed through because of the Republicans, right? 65, right? Boy, I tell you, man, look at this, though, you know. when the blacks were free. And of course, they knew that Abraham Lincoln was what? A Republican, a attorney out of Illinois, right? There it is. The rest is history. Every black person should know this. This should be one of the things that should be echoing out of every black person's home, that Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, right? He was a attorney, senator, and became president and freed the slaves in 1865. A Republican, a white man, right? And there's many more of them, right? But he was one of them. This is why you had a slew of blacks voting Republican up until a certain point. But I had to bring this up again because it's a part of history that the Democrats don't like to talk about. So they dumb down the blacks and others, white liberals and others, to lead you to believe that conservatives have owned slaves, right? Not only that, but set up Jim Crow, set up redlining, right? And for those, y'all should know, blacks should know what redlining is. Whites know what redlining is. This was a Democratic policy once again. When they draw up the areas and what they consider anything red, yellow, or red, orange, and yellow, these are high crime, high violence, right? You pay more for car insurance, the whole deal. When you start getting into the blue and green areas, depending on where you are, we call that the suburbs today, right? Certain suburb areas, right, where you pay low insurance rate, right, along with a lot of other things. Low interest. It goes a lot by where your district, where your zip codes, all this stuff, right? They the ones that drafted this stuff all up, which determine how your property is worth something, right? Oh, man. And again, this is who? The Democrats created this. Plain and simple. Why do they hate? Why are they so mad? They're mad because, once again, they can't get past their history. And they're mad at people like me and others, Deontay Rant Waves and podcast show. They're mad at us brothers, the conservative, the black conservative voice and all the rest of them. They're mad at us because we tell the truth. There's no benefit being a black liberal. What's the benefit of being a black liberal? Something you're going to be lied to? Are you happy living in the ghetto? Are you happy with the things that are going on now? Are you happy with over-policing? Right? Are you happy with the crime and black on black? Are you happy with this stuff? That's the question. But see, they don't answer questions. The questions I ask is really checkmate questions. Because if the Dems were so good, you shouldn't have high crime, high violence, and all the rest of the stuff. If it was so good, things would be rolling as usual. But they have these things because the people that they voted for are very much against them politically, right? We talk about corruption, crooked judges, right? Crooked mayors, right? Crooked politicians, crooked police chiefs, crooked police officers, right? We in the black community, we know in the ghettos that all this stuff is very probable and possible. They're not going to give you a fair shake. You should know this. But the policies created it this way. They get more money, more crime, more money. Say, oh yeah, crime out of control. We need more police and we need this and need that. And they don't go towards where it's supposed to go. Still got broken street lights, graffiti on the walls. Can't walk down the streets without getting jumped on or whatever the case may be, especially at night. You go into some of these places like Detroit or any of these cities, Chicago, depending on where you are, South Side, East Side, whatever that is, though, you can be taking your chance, Yep. I'm sure Deontay know about Old Block. A lot of people in Chicago know about that area. You know what I'm saying? But these were Democrat-leaning policies that were created. Instead of just putting their anger to the side and saying, you know what, the brother makes a lot of sense, man. Over here thinking about this. And this is how you're supposed to be, you're supposed to critically be able to think for yourself. And then just ask the simple question, why is this actually happening? They've been given more money, and we already know that the Democrats can't even budget themselves out of a wet paper bag, because you know why? It's about corruption. They have to protect their system of crime, criminality. They are designed to do this. Protect, protect, protect. We must protect the criminal elements, the people that are in charge. They're blocking for people, trying to keep them from, and keeping was it American people knowing the truth. That's why they hate Trump so much. Not these mindless knuckle draggers that come in my room hating Trump. Those people are they're just gone. Not them, because they ain't controlling nothing. They just believe in the propaganda, where we already know. You know, their own people that they voted for is screaming off of the rooftops saying how corrupt they are. Because we're seeing more and more evidence that's being compiled and being exposed, right? I think that Cash Patel and the new FBI 2.0, DOJ 2.0, we're seeing, because to 1.0, we didn't see any of these arrests. They finding all these children now that come up missing, that was raped and deleted and everything. They finding a lot of these children and returning them back to the homes of their parents where they belong. Everybody took a blind eye under the Biden administration, though. They don't have this at all. I'm walking this down because it's pretty evident and obvious who to vote for come midterms, right? And we can't have anybody trying to derail us, trying to lie and ban the truth, because I've taken care of that. I notice right now the room is a lot cleaner now, other than the haters come in, but the haters is haters, you know? But that's okay. This is how it's supposed to be, right? That way, when people come in here and things like that, listen, as I said before, a true echo chamber, they were really trying to turn my channel somewhat into an echo chamber. I always said, you can not like Trump, you can hate Trump, you can talk bad on Trump. Is it bothering me? No, because Trump's policies outshine all of the hatred that you may have or the criticism you have against Trump. He's still the person in power that can make decisions at the executive branch. This is a guy that can set policy. We ain't worried about we're going to back somebody that's an unelected official like George Soros. They might get behind him secretly. It ain't secretly no more. He's already been exposed, right? Neville Singh, he's been exposed. Eric Kessler been exposed. Bill Gates been exposed. These are your people, right? Your backers. If you want to call them, whatever you want to call them, donors or whatever. AIPAC and all the rest of these people, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing about it, though, man. So as I said before, and then for some of you guys that are coming in, though, you know, I said that I had to go in here and I had to shut some of the moderation down right now. Just bear with me, because I'm still doing my investigation on this and things like that. As I said once and I said before, though, you know, if you don't see yourself as a moderator, and I've already made mention and warning that what I was going to do, because it was out of control. So nobody, you think the mold, he ain't going to step up. And I don't want to accuse anybody of anything. So to make it easier, I have to shut this stuff down. You know what I'm saying? I have to shut it down until I be able to find out who that person is. So it may be weeks before you may have moderation status or whatever, but I have to do this, you know, because it was hurting my show. I was getting complaints from people that was saying I got banned for no apparent reason other than agreeing with Trump. That ain't fair. You know, the only way you catch a mole, you got to get rid of everybody. I feel like Cash Patel and the FBI. We have to get rid of people in order to find out and get down to it. Can't accuse anybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you haven't, Stuart, though, man, and I appreciate you. Stuart, you guys understand, though, because I said this before on my live, though. I'm going to pull you back up, Stuart, and things. I think Stuart wasn't even the one that's supposed to be even removed, because Stuart been a member on my channel. He supported my channel before. Matter of fact, Stuart, give me a moment here, man. I'm going to fix that for you. I'm sorry about that, brother. I made a mistake because I was over here yesterday clearing house, man. Let me see here. Hold on for a minute, because Stuart, he was actually there, man. He was, he's been a member on my channel, man. he always had moderation things and stuff, man. Stuart, I know Stuart never banned anybody. Hold on for a minute, Stuart. Let me go ahead and fix that right now. Just give me one moment here. Let me pull up my channel. All right, let's take a look at it here. All right, there it is. There I am. Here, okay, all right, so go right here. All right, and let's go here. All right, let me see here. Just give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. I got to make sure, because, hold on. Whoops, wait a minute. Didn't mean to do that. Slip of the finger. All right, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Because Stuart, see, the thing about it, Stuart was a member, but, you know what I'm saying, and he have, you know what I'm saying, sent super. It was by accident, Stuart. Hold on for a minute. Let me go and get this taken care of. Get a little bit of a lag. Let me see here. Add as moderator. Okay, there we go. I'll do that right here. There we go. All right. There you go, Stuart. All right. And let me see. Let me see. A Black Guy 9. There you go, Black Guy 9. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Hold on for a minute. Black Guy 9. Hold on for one moment, man. Let me see a Black Guy. Oops. Hold on for a minute. I didn't mean to do that. Just give me one moment here. Like I said, I've been going down here. I'm actually been, hold on for a minute. I've been removing some people. All right. There you go, Black Guy 9. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. There you go. All right. Stuart. All right. There you go. All right. There we go. Okay. Yep. Okay. There you go. Some of you might have gotten on that list. No, Black Guy 9, I put you back, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're going to get into this video in a minute. But yeah, though, so sorry about that, Stuart, man. Yeah, I was going to wait for, if I said I might have messed up, but I was going to wait for some of the people to come up here and say, hey, man, I don't have, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Okay, there we go. I see you now. All right. Yep. I said, well, they'll come in the room. They'll let me know, you know, because like I said, though, man, I've been dealing with this mole thing, man. The mole. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Black Guy 9. Even Deontay say Black Guy 9 with the black thumb up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to do you like that. I'm sorry. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, man, we're going to get into this, you know, we're going to get into this darn thing here with the American Saved Act in a minute, though, too. And I appreciate you guys for coming on, man. I really do, you know, saying things, man. We just want to make sure and things. So, yeah, it is. Yeah, because, you know, Black Guy 9 was in here. Stewart 2024. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard from Texas Jane in a while, though, and things, though. I think I end up removing, who's the blonde girl that bought a lot of y'all mod stuff? Man, I feel bad about made a mistake and took her down too. Now that I'm thinking about it, she'll come back on though, hopefully, and then I can fix it. Cause she bought a lot of y'all memberships for a month too, and that was nice of her, man. And things, you know, when people do that, then you know they deserve to be moderator, you know, and that's the thing about it, you know. But other than that, yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. I'm ready for Jesus now. I'm ready to go take my sweet Jesus, blah, blah, blah. This is Miss Chocolate. Miss Chocolate Alicia. Oh, yeah. Miss Chocolate Alicia. Yeah. You know, I don't have anything to say about other than riding with the religion thing because a lot of us are Christians. So don't mean no wrong there, you know. But, yeah, but let's get back to it here, though, man. Talking about, we're going to be talking about J.D. Vance. Right, President Vice President J.D. Vance, right, and the Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, right, in regards to this American Saved Act stuff, you know. So let me see here. All right, so let's go ahead and play the video. There, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, here we go.
That's how we do it. Good afternoon, everybody. We just had a great meeting with the House Republican Conference. We're delighted to have been joined by the Vice President, J.D. Vance. You'll hear from him in just a moment. What we were here to address today, what you're all here to hear about, is we're moving forward with Reconciliation 3.0. This morning, after many months of deliberation and discussion and contemplation, the House Budget Committee, of course, is moving forward with the budget resolution that will get us to Reconciliation 3.0. Let me tell you a few of the details about it. Given the Democrats' absolute refusal to work with us on the nation's top priorities, and that includes election integrity and strengthening our nation's defense, we're moving forward with a narrow, streamlined package to deliver on some of America's top priorities. It is a sad situation, but this is where we are. Republicans have to do this on our own. So the budget resolution instructs 4 House committees to write Reconciliation 3.0, the bill. Those committees are the House Administration Committee, House Armed Services Committee, House Agriculture, and House Intelligence Committee. Each of them will have an important component part of that. The forthcoming reconciliation legislation sets out to accomplish 2 very important goals. 1, to secure America's elections. We're going to pass the Save America Act into law, as much of that as possible. The Save America Act ensures, as you know, that voters have proof of...
Yeah, Black Guy 9 is back in black, you know. And for my apologies for some of the guys that have been here rocking with your boy and things. But I said, if anyone that have been removed, you know, it looked like it was definitely by accident, though, too. But I was waiting for you to come back in and let me know. But I appreciate it. What sure looked different seeing Stewart and Black Guy 9 as a regular. I'm always used to seeing it in the blue.
To register to vote, and they show a valid ID when they turn up to vote at the ballot box. These common sense policies are supported by 83% of the American people. It's almost a 9 out of 10 public opinion poll in most of the polls that you look at. The second objective is to protect and strengthen our homeland. How will we do that? We will provide supplemental funding for our troops.
You're very welcome, Black Guy 9, man. You are very welcome.
With the administration's request to support national defense and our farmers. That's very important stuff. The Budget Committee is scheduled to vote this budget resolution out of committee tomorrow, and we will pass it through the House next week. We'll send it to the Senate, and then they will pass it before the August district work period. After the Senate passes the budget resolution, our 4 instructed House committees can go to work to write the reconciliation bill itself. We're looking forward to this process. We intend for this to be a lawmaking exercise, which means the House and the Senate both have to pass the bill, and of course the President signs it into law. This budget resolution, which kickstarts Reconciliation 3.0, is a process. It's our best shot at enacting our party's top priority legislation, the Save America Act. It is important to the American people. It is important to the future. And there is nothing in this bill that every Republican in Congress cannot proudly get behind. I would say that Republicans support election integrity, our troops, and, of course, our farmers, and this vehicle will demonstrate all of that once again. We're delighted, again, to have been joined by our Vice President, who had a lot to say to the Republicans. They're very encouraged. He got multiple standing ovations. It's a good day to be a Republican. Ladies and gentlemen, our Vice President, J.D. Vance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, guys, so first of all, the reason I wanted to come here today is just to give a message of unity to my fellow Republicans.
All right, hold on for a minute. Coconuts are real. Where's your blue thing? Oops. There was another one here. Hold on for a minute, man. God dang it. Hold on for a minute, guys. I got to pause it here. Coconuts are real just popped up. All right, hold on for a minute, man. God darn it. All right, hold on for a minute. Coconuts are real. Hold on for a minute. I got to make an adjustment here. Hold on for a minute. Well, y'all names sure don't look the same without the blue, though. Whoops. Went to the wrong person again. It keeps moving. Hold on for a minute. Let me make this correction here. Hold on for a minute. God dang it. Why it keep moving? All right, hold on for a minute. Doggone it. All right, there we go. All right. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, there you go. All right, coconuts are real. There you go. Sorry about that. All right. So let me go ahead and play that again. I was just saying, though, I had a clean house again, and some of you guys have probably got already removed off and things like that, but that's okay. Let me go and stop that. Oops, wrong one. Let me put that video up. There we go.
accomplished a lot together over the last year and a half, but we've got to stick together and accomplish at least one very big thing for the American people, which is the president's priority, the White House's priority, the entire Trump administration's priority is to actually get the Save America Act passed. We have the proudest and in some ways the oldest democracy anywhere in the world. 250 years we just celebrated, and yet if you vote in California, you're lucky if a month after the election day your vote has actually been counted. We know that we have in certain jurisdictions illegal aliens who are casting ballots. We know that 80+% of the American people want you to show a voter ID in order to vote, and yet there are a lot of big blue states that make that impossible, will in fact criminalize the act of asking for an ID in order to vote. Why would you criminalize asking for an ID in order to vote unless you wanted to encourage and promote cheating? So this is an important priority for the administration, but more importantly, it's an important priority for the American people to save our elections. The way you save America is by bringing election integrity. It's something that matters. It's a shame that the Democrats aren't going to help us get this done, given that a majority of Democrat voters actually want us to have election integrity in this country, but we've got a good people.
Even a lot of Democrats, I'm talking about your moderates and so forth, they want to see the American Save Act as well, too. A lot of moderates don't like illegal aliens in our country, though. They already know for what it is, because when they come over here, they don't pay into the taxes, right? They threaten American jobs and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at what the Indians, remember that H-1B visa stuff? Man, 70% of H-1B visa holders were East Indians. And when they were coming over here, they only had to pay, what is it, like $1,000 just for an H-1B visa. Remember that? Trump stopped that. He bumped it up to about $100,000. And then what else to stop the hemorrhage in there, you know? You got a lot of engineers that they hire from India and these other parts of the world. They can pay them less. We know what an engineer makes, about $100,000. But when they bring them over here, they pay them less, right? And then what they do is that they put the Indians in charge, right, of the of some of these companies. And then because, you know, we're talking about nepotism and favoritism. What did you think they've been doing? There's been, my friend, y'all may remember Omega, he's an engineer, and many of them have been over, you know, basically circumvented, you know what I'm saying? The Indians were hired their own. This is why we can't have this stuff. They're not supposed to be over here in the first place, right? Unless if they come over here, they have to come through the right pathway of citizenship. We don't like the fact that them and whoever else that are non-citizens, because you have a work visa, and then what do? They hire their own. This is a problem. There's many Americans been complaining about this stuff. We have stopped the hemorrhaging. You know what I'm saying? That's not America first. America first mean Americans first, not India first. If you want India first, you got to go over there in India. Get your country straightened up together, though, you know. But you're not going to turn America into what's going on over there in India, and we ain't going to go for it. No. I had to bring that up, though, you know. And this is why it's so important about the American Save Act, because we only want Americans voting in our voting process. We don't want people from Africa, India, or any other country. If you are illegal, you don't have we ain't talking about a green card, we're talking about citizenship, right? Until you have been sworn in as an American, right? And this is where it should stop. We don't want you in our government. And that has to go away. I want all sworn in citizens, naturalized citizens, not to be part of our government whatsoever, because it would never happen anywhere else. And I've said this over and over. This is where I stand. I'm just talking about me. And many of you agree with this as well, because that's not America first. America first is Americans. If a person wanted to go into politics, he should be allowed to. All these damn Indians, see what end up happening, all this fraud and corruption. Just look at Ilhan Omar. You know, you got Tlaib Rashid. She was born here, but look at the corruption. We got one in the Baydoons that's over here. Those are big names over here in Dearborn Heights. that's she's under some some real legal action. We're talking about fraud. We're talking about fraud, stealing money, and you hearing this a lot with these people over here on the left, ladies and gentlemen. It's really, really sad though. They got this fraud ring going on. That's why we call it the Democrat Fraud Squad, right? So look at it. Let's go ahead and play this some more here. Boy, I tell you.
Legislation to support the troops, support the farmers, and get Save America Act passed. This, of course, is the first step, but it's an important step. We're going to take it together. We're going to be successful, and we're going to keep on working at it from there. Thank you. We'll take a few questions.
So you chair the anti-fraud task force. House Republicans, prior to reconciliation being released, they said they wanted to tackle fraud in this bill as a way to help pay for the bill. There's now no pay-fors in the bill, something that's very upsetting to a lot of Republicans. Do you think this bill should tackle fraud? Should there be pay-fors in it? And why? And if not, why not?
So we actually talked about this a fair amount in this conversation. So the anti-fraud task force is catching hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud across.
Okay, I was going to say, I meant to mention this before. I talked to Mr. Booski. You guys remember Mr. Booski? He's been in and things like that. He's also a Trump supporter. He told me 3 days ago that he got banned by someone that's a mod. Unfortunately, when he got banned, it doesn't tell him who did it. But you know what I'm saying. So therefore, had I would have called it sooner, I could have found out which one that blocked Mr. Booski. You know what I'm saying. And there's many others. I do not want anyone to be banned whatsoever, because he shouldn't be banned as a Trump supporter. This guy named Critical was banned before too, and things, and he's a Trump supporter. So I got a mole. You guys understand, as you guys are mods, I am trusting you, because this is going to be my test to find. I'm trying to figure out and nail it down. I let a lot of people go. You know what I'm saying? You do realize that, I have a gripe to do this, because I haven't really found the true mole yet. And I probably won't, but I can assure that I can trust you guys, right, to be able to carry out something as simple as, if they get out of line, use caps and spamming, you know what to do, right? That's the thing, because I looked on my list of people that was banned. It was over 70 some odd people banned, right? That's the thing about it, though, And I read what Kim West was saying and others. I took them off the ban list. So if we're going to remember, because I was reading the comments. She shouldn't have been banned, right? I know what real trolling is, though. If you got more people in here trolling me, they ain't banned. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Booski got banned, so I'm watching. I'm watching, I'm watching. Because I can easily go back into the program. I can look and see. So I want to make sure that we are all clear, before we go any further, right? That's fair, right? I have every gripe to feel this way, right? Because this is not we're banning people that's a Trump supporter. And I say, I'm not accusing you guys, but I'm saying there's a mole still out here. It was a mole. Now, I believe that I may have gotten rid of that person. But if not, I still got to go down my list, though, So, like I said, because some of these people should not have been banned. They can have a difference of opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit. This ain't because it contradicted. They say, how did I get banned? I'm over here being a Trump supporter. People were being banned for being a Trump supporter because they talked out against Obama. I did a whole thing on Obama. Well, I know I'm the host of the show, but I'm just saying. Does that make any sense? I haven't figured out who the mole is, right? I'm going to find out who the mole is, because I'm going to blaze that. His or her, I'm going to cook like never before. I'm going to find out who that mole is. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to find out who the mole is, man. And it ain't going to be pretty. All right, guys, I just want to point that out, So therefore, when I find the mole, of course he's not going to be a moderator no more, right? Because basically that's what they do. They will pretend to be a friend, pretend to say I love Trump, and they over here banning Trump members. How does that happen? I'm over here talking about how this is not an echo chamber, and they over here banning people, right? Joe Mama is my eyes. Sometimes he's on here and he don't speak a lot. He said the same thing. He said, you got a mod in here blocking MAGA people. And Joe Mama been around way longer, man. Right? So if it comes to me again from Joe Mama, because he's always watching, because I may miss some stuff in the chat, but I got Joe Mama though there. I got Omega. Right? So I mean, so in other words, the chat is still being watched, is what I'm saying. I shouldn't be getting comments about moderators blocking me as being a Trump supporter. Don't make any sense, right? So that's why I'm bringing this up for you guys that are mods, right? Remember, I got a mole. I got a mole. You know what I'm saying? I may have caught the mole, right? I may have. But I just want to bring that up to you. Now, let me get back to the video.
Number of programs, Medicare, Medicaid, a number of programs that are meant for our elderly, for people who are down on their luck, who have disabilities, and basically are being stolen from by fraudsters. So we're saving a lot of money, but we're also saving these critical programs for the next generation. That's a good thing. We're very, very proud of it. Ultimately, we decided this legislation, for a whole host of procedural reasons, was not the place in order to codify some of the things that we're doing in the anti-fraud task force. What we're doing with this legislation is getting Save America through and, of course, getting some critical support to our troops and to our farmers. We decided to do this because we thought this was the best vehicle to accomplish those three things, but we're certainly going to take up the fraud task force, and we talked about actually working with some of our congressional colleagues to make that happen into the future, into the fall.
You mentioned that the administration's top priority right now is passing the Save America Act. Even if it were passed tomorrow, there's not enough time for it to be implemented before voting starts for the November midterm elections. That being said, will the administration support the results of the midterm elections come November, regardless of what they look like?
Well, look, of course, we're going to support the results of the midterm elections. We think we're going to win, but ultimately that's up to the American people. But we also think we have to do everything that we can to discourage cheating. Because you will hear Democrats sometimes say, and I love this line, I can't help but laugh at it, cheating isn't that frequent in American elections. Any frequency at all is a problem. A single ballot cast illegally in an American election is, in fact, the theft of the ballot from another American citizen, from an American citizen who deserves to be able to vote. So you're right. You know, the elections, in some ways, the process is already getting started for 2026, but you don't pass a piece of legislation because you think you're going to immediately benefit from it. You pass a piece of legislation because you think the American people are going to benefit from it over the long haul. We have to do it. Save America is not mainly about 2026, to your question. It's actually about saving America's elections well into the future.
Last question. Tomorrow the president's going to give this big speech on the elections. A lot of Republicans here want him to focus on the 2026 midterms and not to relitigate his claims about the 2020 elections. Would you encourage him to steer clear of those unfounded claims that he is actually the true victor of the 2020 elections?
I love these questions, the unfounded claims. You're basically assuming an answer in the very question that you ask. Manu, what I'd say is we can do a lot. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. We're doing so many things. We got the one big beautiful bill passed that cut taxes on Social Security, cut taxes on tips, cut taxes on overtime, delivered thousands of additional dollars into the pockets of the average American family. We're very proud of that. It's one of the things that we talked about in there was we need to talk about it more. We need to tell the American people all the amazing benefits that are in those working families' tax cuts. We also have a lot of other things going on in the country. The president's going to talk about a number of things tomorrow night. I'm obviously not going to get ahead of his remarks, but we can talk about a number of the American people's problems. We can solve a number of the American people's problems. And that's exactly what we're going to work with our House colleagues and our Senate friends to do.
How are you going to get the Senate to pass Save America?
Bye, you all.
How are you going to get the
Thank you,
Senate?
guys. Take care.
To get back on track with the
How are you going to get the Senate to pass Save America?
All right, guys. So that was it from our Vice President, J.D. Vance. You know, so I also hear rumor, maybe it may not be rumor, but there's an unlikely candidate that may be running for, I'm talking about for the 2028 presidential election, and that person is Spencer Pratt, you know. And just hearing that guy, man, Spencer, man, I tell you, man, let me see here. Spencer Pratt. Let me see here. Let me just pull him up. All right, Spencer Pratt. All right. Let me see here. His speech. The guy speaks really, really well and good. Let me see here. All right, let's go ahead and cancel that. Not gonna answer that. Let me see here. Spencer Pratt for president. Let's go ahead and pull
The
this
MAGA
up.
crowd was
I just want to pull this up here. Hold on for a minute.
charmed by Spencer Pratt in his run for Los Angeles mayor that ultimately 4th of July
We
week.
got music
Here
going on. Hold on for a minute. They always put music going on in the background.
And I dare
All right, I gotta take her. What's with the music, man? Why we gotta have the music? Just go. I mean, try to build it up. Let's just talk about it for what it is. Hold on for a minute, guys. Let me see here. Spencer Platt blast out Mondami. Okay, I think this is it right here. Let's do him to put this one.
We all had to sit and watch that.
Oh man, this is music too. I like the music,
Is
but
what ain't-
it defeats what. Man, this was a beautiful speech here, man. And unfortunately, I can't seem to play it because it got the music in the background. All right, let's take a look at it here. Let me see here.
It's Monday.
Let me see here.
anchors you.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
This is Independence Day address to frame America's 250th anniversary through New York City's immigrant story, saying patriotism requires confronting the nation's shortcomings. Pratt sharply criticized the speech, taking issue with Mondani speaking from George Washington's ceremonial desk at City Hall. He accused Mondani of trying to reshape American identity and argued national history is what keeps people attached to their country. Pratt said it's necessary to love America and called on people to show more pride in the country's history and Independence Day traditions. President Donald Trump used his 4th of July
Yeah, so that's basically what it is, man. It was a beautiful speech. I listened to Spencer Pratt, and he has a very good chance, you know, throwing his hat in for the presidency race. You know, once again, Spencer Pratt is not a politician. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. J.D. Vance is a politician. Mark Rubio, so for a lot of these people are no knocks towards politicians per se, but remember, Trump won the presidency back in 2016. This was a person, he was basically like a dark horse coming in here, right? I mean, chances of him, even Obama, they made jokes about it, talking about he can never be president. He's not a politician. He didn't speak very well. He wasn't aesthetically looking good and so forth. They attacked Trump. And look what ended up happening. Trump ended up winning because Trump knew the problem of America. And what made Trump victorious, because he had policies that could fix America's problem. Economically, we're talking about people that are in our country that shouldn't be in here, talking about crime, violence, and the drug epidemic, and with, you know what I'm saying, with fentanyl and all this other stuff. Trump policies he knew how to fix these problems, right? And the Dems, we were just voting for polished-ass politicians like Obama, right? Even Bush Jr., right? He was still a politician because of his daddy. His daddy, talking about Bush Sr., right? These are what they call political Democrat and Republican elites, right? That been in the White House or been in government for a very long time, right? They have a legacy. So does the Clintons. So does the Obamas. So does the Bidens, right? So people got tired of dealing with politicians as their presidents. And I do see a trend here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to bring it up now because they ain't talking about it on the news. You know how I do. Got to think outside of the box. So with Spencer Pratt, not a politician, same scenario. This was, a reality TV host. Trump was a reality TV host off of the thing called, you know what, you're fired, The Apprentice. Y'all remember that? I used to watch the show religiously. Became #1. And when you go back and watch Trump on The Apprentice, it's not much difference of Trump now. This is how he do it. When it come down to business and economics, this is how Trump do it, right? And I don't have a problem with that. The hell with all these politicians, man, in regards to that. I'm just talking about your typical politician, right? Your typical one. where they're great actors and they lie to the people. Trump could have easily, he was a pretty good actor. Wasn't a great actor, but a pretty good actor for the show. You know what I'm saying? So, which became number one because Trump was being him. Spencer Platt was being him, right? You know what politicians, you know, they do all the politician stuff. Don't really answer questions, but they have a way of deflecting stuff, you know. It's all about aesthetics. Just look at Gavin Knucklehead Newsom, right? Look at, and that's a prime example. These people do not have the ear and the heart to the people. All they do is just tell more lies, tell people what they want. Obama, no different. Obama sold people a dream about change. Yes, we can. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. Look what ended up happening. Nothing. Weaponizing our enemies, in league with enemies of this nation and everything, creating ISIS and all this other kind of stuff. Benghazi and stuff like that. Tried to oust a duly elected president. You know what I'm saying? We know the whole history, man. Russia. You know what I'm saying? This Steele dossier, the whole thing. There's a list of things, right? Uranium one, $1.7 billion in cash, been weaponized on a Boeing jet. You know what I'm saying? 757 or something like that, flown over there to Iran, giving them the money so they can buy nuclear, as well as missiles, Scud missiles, and all this other stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He weaponized our enemy. This is documented. And it's just amazing to me, why did these people hate? Because they're in love with an image. It's a false imagery of what a president is supposed to do. I'm talking about Obama. Obama's supposed to be the one that done it better than anybody. Most charismatic, right? Look at him. But at the same time, he's a politician. He was groomed. Look at your politicians. Most of them are politicians. They know how to really lie to the people. They know how to say things that make you say, I'm going to go out here and vote for this person. We know her history with the Democrats. They never deliver on what they said they were going to do, right? They never do. And what they do is they blame it on other people. Right now, everything is Trump's fault. While their party is looking so bad right now, right? They allowed their party to be destroyed by infidels that have came in here. Interlopers, sorry. Infidels is an Arab term. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Interlopers that come in here. These are people that don't belong, but they were allowed to come in our country under Obama. And this is why, that's what I say, much of the problem in the world versus, as well as America, it's had a lot to do with Obama and his hand-picked people in his inner circle that was running things and stuff. So I believe, ladies and gentlemen, it's just my opinion, I believe that the American people have had enough of your traditional politician, right? That's the thing about it. One thing that I was going to say as well is that when we start looking at this thing more seriously, because, you know, the midterms is practically around the corner. And I know you guys are going to go out and do the right thing and vote. You know, I want to make sure that people that I know in my inner circle and others, they get out here and vote. We don't need to vote for a person and all this polished politician stuff. That's a fallacy and a fantasy, man. We don't need that no more. People right now, they want real people now. Real people are becoming to be president here. Trump proved to you, if Trump shit, I can probably be president, man. I'm not a politician. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure most of you can be a president too. You don't have to be a politician. You don't have to be polished. Trump set the president, you know. I'm talking about, you know, for the future presidents. We're being open, being transparent, doing things that are not conventionally done in order to get a result, right? And that's what Trump did. One thing you could say about Trump ain't never been to back to no world leader. Obama did, Biden did, but Trump never did. His back never been. In fact, they been to Trump. Facts. You want to say about Nelson Yahoo? Nope. Nelson Yahoo bends to Trump, right? He even got China together with Xi Jinping. And I don't care what they say, it's the truth, right? We are holding all the cards, right? Trump controls the tariffs. He just slapped 25% tariff on Brazil. Did y'all see that? This is what power looks like. If a country thinks that they can circumvent America, talk down, and think that they can be able to go around America, you're sadly mistaken, because everybody wants access to this American market. And the tariffs are we're actually generating the income. This is one of the regions in the future that we're going to get off of the Federal Reserve Bank, in my opinion, and many of y'all believe that. The Federal Reserve, they don't do anything for the people. They take from the people. IRS, taxes. How many of y'all enjoy paying taxes, right? Taxes, taxes, taxes. And I love how Trump has been gutting the IRS. We got lesser and lesser IRS agents right now, man. Beautiful thing, man. This is why we voted for this man, Trump, right? When you would a regular politician would have done this? No, because most of your regular politicians are slaves to the global parasitical elite globalist, right? We already know. This is why there's a thing called a deep state that Trump has been draining the swamp. We're seeing who the swamp creatures are. We see these people, the politicians, they've been in there for eons. They have, allowed themselves to get rich. We didn't sign these people. We didn't vote for these people so they could be rich millionaires. That's why they always take the emphasis off of millionaire and they put it on billionaires. Now they're talking about trillionaires. We know who they're talking about. They're talking about Elon Musk, right? They want to lead you to believe that the trillionaires and billionaires is the problem. The 1% that does more, hiring, this is capitalism. You have a right to be able to set up a business yourself and make money. I don't care if it's a lemonade stand. What you think that is with the kids out there selling lemonade? Ain't that capitalism? You ain't shutting them down trying to tell them, oh, no, capitalism bad. Well, you go over there selling that lemonade. Nope. You know how you see the little girls, little guys out there with the little lemonade and stuff like that? You know? I like that. I did it before. That's capitalism. That's the fabric of America. Beautiful thing. But yeah, man, so I do believe that there is going to be a trend. And I think with, far as with, Spencer Pratt, I think he'll make not only a great, governor. A great, I think it was, governor? Or was it, the mayor. He'll make a great mayor, and I believe he'll be a great governor and a great president. We're seeing people now coming out. The way that he debated Karen Big Mouth Bass, man, he filleted her like no problem. And was good by doing it. Aesthetically pleasing for most people on the eyes. You know the women gonna look at those baby blues. You know how the women are, like JD. You know, women love baby blues on the man, right? These are the things with your typical politician, Until Trump came around, things were a little different, And I think people don't like Trump because they just look at him. I mean, Trump, to some of these haters, he just looked mean, right? He looked like they want to put him as a racist, right? I mean, this is the thing, though. Trump he tells you, he is not a politician. Stop expecting him to be. I think that Trump have gotten a lot better as the time goes on. Remember the first 2016? I was rah-rahing for him again because I looked at the policies. But you got people in this country, they don't like that. They want when you in a seat, they said it many times, if you're going to be a president, you should be more like a politician. They want you to be very, very, sophisticated, good with the words. Everything is like a show, You know how politicians behave and act. They're wearing a suit. I see them all the time. Hand gestures where you see, and people and things like this. And you know what I'm saying? It's all, Trump said, no, F that. I'm going to do it this way. They're like, what? Trump broke the mold. This is why I do believe we are going to start seeing a uprising of non-political people, right? If Charlie Kirk would have still been around today, because remember, Charlie Kirk wasn't a politician. Charlie Kirk wasn't even a college educated. I'm not a college educated, right? And again, not telling people not to go to college, but really, college is a business. Everybody don't need college to be successful. There's other ways to be successful in this country. You can have to take up a skilled trade. You can do all type of things. It doesn't have to be in that particular mold, right? And that's what Charlie Kirk was even saying. You guys listen to him speak many of times. These people were not a politician. What Charlie Kirk was on was threatening the parasitical global elite class. They said, man, we can't even control this guy. And he's a Christian. They hate it when they can't control somebody. When somebody is a devout Christian, man, and a white, they call them white nationalist Christian, man, that's one of the threats that they do not like. A white man that's heterosexual and follows God, right? Oh my goodness, man. This is why the hate group, was it SPLC, was on his ass. It's sad, but it's true. You know the group, the Southern Poverty Law Center, they, with the hate map, they determine who the threat is going to be. That person is racist, that person is racist, right? Which in actuality, it was opposite. Boy, I tell you, man, it's so sad, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? That we are looking at the future, what Spencer Pratt represents, and we're going to start seeing more of them. Rightfully so, because these dynasty of politicians, and I'm really talking about the ones that been in those seats for eons, we are seeing that whole ivory tower collapse. There's going to be a new guard coming in right now. The old guard is on their way out. Your old Mitch McConnells, Bernie Sanders. This is why Bernie was doing what he's doing. He know he ain't got much time on this earth. So he's want to get a new hotshot recruits of Democrat, socialist, commies, setting them up for the future. If we ain't careful, they could sprout legs here in America and take over. Now, not to worry, they haven't sprouted legs. They're trying to sprout legs. They're trying to root themselves in here. And as of what Spencer Pratt was saying, this was the main reason as to why they wanted to destroy these statues, remove our identity that make America what America is again, which is great, right? We have a dark past. Every country does, right? But we don't dwell in the past. It is of a remembrance. What famous person said, what about history? When you don't learn from the past, you are doomed to repeat it. That's exactly what it is. History will repeat itself if you do not learn from it. And what were they trying to do with the socialist commies? They wanted to destroy the past, right? They wanted to make sure that the people of America, when talking about, they've already been attacking our youth, K-12, right? They've been going after our youth, changing things around, critical race theory, woke agendas, all this other crap. That's what they were basically doing. They were trying to change America's past. They didn't want you talking about this and slavery and all this other stuff, right? We learned about all of this stuff. Black history, right? It ain't black history, it's American history. We don't need to put titles and race on things. When people can get beyond calling themselves a black American and just call themselves an American, there's no power in the word black, because black does not identify to race. It doesn't hold any type of power to any type of land or anything. It's just an absence of color. It's a void. It means nothing. Only reason that word came popular because of Jesse Jackson, right? I'm black and I'm proud. He even had, the Godfather of Soul, you know what I'm saying, James Brown. He even had him singing it. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it louder. I'm black and I'm proud. Ain't nothing to be, saying it, it's worth it. And that's the thing about it. You give up your sovereignty when you start to accept and call yourself things. Black. Black is not going to get you closer to what you want. You're not even recognized as a true human being when you call yourself black. You're diminishing yourself. Because the ancestors, they wouldn't walk around here and call themselves black back in those days, 1800s, 1700s. They knew who they were, right? You got to think about this. Start studying your history and start studying your past. Because like I always said, though, there's a lot of us that were already here. We've been misclassified. My grandmother said Cherokee. We never knew anything about Africa because parents never talked about it. They didn't know anything about that stuff. I'm just saying for what we really are, man. We are what we are. I would have more respect if you start calling yourself an Aboriginal, meaning from the beginning. But calling yourself black is diminishing your history, your lineage. They do this on purpose. See the slick words, slick things? It's what they do. To keep you away from what? The prize. And just like they got duped with the black thing, they got duped with the Democratic Party. It's a double whammy. They're always throwing reparations on with the Democrats. It's a dangling carrot. You will never get it. You will never get it. Sorry, it's the truth. You will never get it. It was designed to keep you on the Democratic Party as a slave forever. Right? You ain't got it this far. And it wasn't because of the people that was promising it were never meant to give it to you. It was about a form of control. Can't you understand? It's about control. And have you ever found out too, to give you reparations, where's the money going to come from? Right? That's the thing about it. And what they also don't talk about, they were given reparations back then. That's what the Treaty of 1865. In fact, when they came up with that, a treaty, 1865, Freeman, and things in the Native Americans, right? Back in those days, the Treaty of 1866, they were supposed to, we're talking about the Indians in that time, they were supposed to share that reparations with the Freeman blacks. They did not. They did not. I'm just saying. The history books won't tell you that. See? Democrats ran with it. No, it ain't happen. You ain't never get it. Yeah, because we know why. They never gave it. It was really supposed to be dispersed amongst both. One group got it, and they never gave the money to the other group. I'm just saying. Huh? But they did give it. I'm just saying. So if you roll around here thinking about a reparation, I would much rather learn how to catch a fish. Therefore, I can eat for a lifetime, right? Instead of sitting back here waiting on something. And that's what blacks been. Well, you notice they don't even want to get out. They still waiting on a reparation check. They even got this crap over here in California with the Democrats. Yeah, we in a process about to pass. All that's bull-ish. I'm going to be nice today. That's crap. Because if it really happened, I mean, why should they pay? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Out there like, man, please, man. I don't want to get too far off tangent, man. But it was just something I wanted to bring up, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to bring this stuff up, And I appreciate the likes and stuff. I appreciate you guys coming in the room. I try to be as real as I possibly can, man. Of course, we all make mistakes, including myself. But the overall is that we have so much to lose if we lose these midterms. We already know what's going to happen. The damn commies, they already told you what they're going to do. Right? Spencer Platt shows they look at him as a true threat because this guy speaks so well and he knows what he's talking about. And he's not a politician. Who do you think that the people are going to go with? They're going to be dealing with old lying-ass politician, or are they going to deal with somebody different? They did it with Trump. And what he's talking about and what Trump is talking about, it ain't no different. He's just a lot younger, right? And he has the gift. He's articulate. He can speak very well. And then, with the women, they ain't gonna look. And when they look at them baby blues, they're gonna be all in. Just like with JD, they all in. You know how women are, right? They're all in. Right? Obama, on the other hand, he just had the slick tongue or whatever. I don't know about him was better looking though, that is you know what I'm saying, I ain't judging no man, but I'm just saying though, aesthetically, you know what I'm saying though, y'all. But he was smooth, right? And he's a politician. He was groomed, right, to be the president of the United States. We way past that. We ain't looking for well-groomed, these are the people, it's like a person wants to sell you a car. Honest Al, you know? Anybody with the name Honest in the first name, you think I'm going to deal with a person because he says I'm honest? I'm honest, I swear. You going to go up here and buy a used car from somebody by the name of Honest Al, Honest Hank, Honest J? More like dishonest. Oh, man, y'all been on those B lots, C lots. You're trying to buy a car. Yeah, this car is really good for you. This car looks good on you. Oh, man. I tell y'all, man. I tell you. But, yeah, and I appreciate y'all guys coming into the chat and stuff, man. We having a merry, great old time. We're talking about why do they hate, right? That was the topic, you know. And for those that are coming in right now, please hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And share this with your other friends, relatives, and stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got a midterms, right, to win. Because, like I said, I think that Trump, not that I think, I know that he's doing an excellent job because he's not a politician. He didn't come here to say that he has a history in the White House or a history as a governor or history in the government for more or less. Because, you know, Trump was a businessman. I said, it makes sense. I was going to talk about this on my thing. Perry Johnson, right? He's also another entrepreneur. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, I wonder why Trump didn't endorse Perry Johnson. Perry Johnson is an entrepreneur here in Michigan. He's running for governor. Then you got Mike Cox. Mike Cox is a politician. Same thing with John James. Both of these guys are politicians. I'm being honest with you. I listened to the debate last week. I listened to all three of them. And the one, in my opinion, that made most sense was Perry Johnson, man. Because Perry Johnson is an entrepreneur, right? And I like the fact that how he said, Perry Johnson, he was going to remove the state tax. Because the state tax in Michigan is hanging us, man. We should be like Florida and these other countries, these other states where they don't have to pay taxes, right? I think Tennessee may be another one. I know Nevada is. You got some places around the United States and these different type of states where they don't pay state taxes, right? We're talking about state taxes, and I want to also see on that thing property taxes, right? Ron DeSantis is on the way of removing property taxes. And we know anybody that's making a certain amount to pay into the tax system, we know that how taxes is the three-letter word or the four-letter word, taxes, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five-letter word, taxes, right? Taxes is not our best friend. It was never set up in the Constitution originally for us to pay taxes, right? But because of what? We're talking about the Federal Reserve Bank, the creation of it in 1913. Some of you guys read the book called The Creatures of Jekyll Island, which I have read, where you have had at that time it was all millionaires. So you had millionaires that sat around there. You had the Carnegies, the Rockefellers. There's a lot of other people. What's his name? There's quite a big money, J.P. Morgan. There was a lot of people that sat around on that island. And they had a secret meeting. Actually, it was back in 1912 before 1913. There were people that was selling on that Titanic to try to come here to America. I think it was Ashton, what's his name? John Jacob Astor's, wasn't him? I think it was actually him, right? John Jacob Astor, and there's a few others. There was some billionaires. I'm sorry. At that time it was millionaires. It was some millionaires that was selling on the Titanic to come here to America. And we already know the conspiracy. It ain't no conspiracy. The ship was sunk. And the people that was on the ship, including those millionaires, they died. Because they didn't want the competition in America. Had they would have touched down in the shores of America, they would have had enough money and influence to stop them. So what do? You bump off the competition, and this is what they always been doing. Anybody that spoke out against, look what happened with the terror presidents. Look at what happened to McKinney, William McKinney. There was a lot of others that was bumped off, that was stopped. JFK bumped off, it was stopped, right? Abraham Lincoln was bumped off and was stopped, right? This is what it was, because Abraham Lincoln introduced the greenbacks. Y'all remember that? Remember, not that we remember it like yesterday, but you remember reading it in the history books, right? Right? These things actually happen. This is why, right? And Trump is in that lineage, because he also want to stop the central bank, right? Only way you can really do it, he had to create an income for America to not only rival the central bank, but to overtake it. This is why they want to take this guy out. This is why they don't like him, for real. I'm talking about the parasitical global elite class. They don't like that. This is competition. Trump is an outsider. They hate this guy. Billionaire too. His family been under attack. I read the book Siege written by Eric Trump, right? How they went after his family, man. That's the thing about it. All this happened. Obama and them never happened because he's part of the system. He wasn't going to buck the system, right? Clinton and them weren't going to buck the system. They were the part of the system. It's the difference, man. These are career politicians. The Clintons at one time used to hold and wield power up there in Washington, D.C. The Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, and the Bidens, right? These were your families of presidents that used to wield a lot of power. I'm just saying, think about it. They didn't never come under scrutiny. Why is President Trump coming under scrutiny? Why do they hate? We know why. First of all, President Trump cannot be controlled. Obama can be controlled. Biden can be controlled. Bushes can be controlled. Clintons can be controlled. We can go back to Carter. They all can be controlled. Other than, what about Ronald Reagan? He was different. He was also, right, trying to take, because he was taking down assassination attempt because he wanted to do what? He wanted to run an audit on the Federal Reserve. I'm just saying. We got to start really look beyond the hate and start to look at common sense and look at the logic here. Because there wouldn't be no other reason to hate Trump other than what the global parasitical elite class is saying. Now, I understand why I have bots and detractors and stuff. They always wait till I come on live and they come in the room, right? Which is fine. But they're what we call control opposition, right? Their job is to create confusion. Their job is not to answer my questions. They've been told not to answer questions. What have they been told to? Stay away from answering the questions. Just throw up statements. Bombard them with different type of topic stuff. Ask him the questions. Keep asking him the questions until you can get a gotcha moment. They live off of that gotcha. I got you. We don't care anything about Trump. When we hear Trump and good, you attack it. And see, it could tell that their logic is already flawed big time because they don't have any real substance other than just making empty statements. Remember, I ran it through what we use for our what we call facts, a fact checker. They got theirs, but theirs is left leaning, right? Theirs is left leaning. I even ran it as people on the right for some things. But you know what the AI on the right do? It always will find something that's been left out. But ChatGPT and all them don't do that. They'll just say what they saying is telling us is that what they got fact checked, Reuters and Politico and some of these other places they pull from, they would never make that distinction at all. Notice that? And that's why a lot of them get their behind handed to them when they put out propaganda. We can stop it and shut it down right here. Because they make themselves look silly. And you should invest in it too. Here's a link right up above. It's called RightPN-AI. There it is right there. It's right there. Well, you can get that and sign up. Right? Yearly subscription, $79. And I was having fun with it though too, man. I was just over here on Truth Social, man. I had this guy, man. I don't know whether the guy, I don't know if he was real Bill Murray or not, but I mean, he went by something Murray, and he had Bill Murray's picture up there on Truth Social and stuff. Man, I was hit. He was running all this propaganda stuff. That's when I first got RightPN, so I wanted to take it for a spin, man. He was so mad at me. I had that guy, man. It was so funny, man. We're over here going back and forth on his actual channel. And, you know, that's when I had the black silhouette with the MAGA cap, because he knew I was MAGA, right? Oh, man, call me dumb, call me stupid, like most of them do in this room. They be the ones, they be crashing out on me. I don't crash out on them. So that's what I'm saying, though. So it works, ladies and gentlemen. It works. You know, you can go on Facebook. You can go to Instagram. You go to any TikTok. You can go to any of these platforms, man. You know, it's so funny because what's going to end up happening? They'll end up just kicking you off or whatever. But Truth Social, we was just going back and forth. I should pull it up just to show you guys, man. I don't know if I even remember that guy anymore, but it was just on my Truth Social. I was just having fun with it, right? There's another guy too. I wanted to say that I wanted to tell him. He's a new content creator, and I told him I was gonna give him a little plug though too. Let me see here. What's his channel name? Okay, I think it's wait a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and pull him up. I told him I was gonna do it. Hold on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I said I was gonna do it. Let me see here. P Banks. Yep, I was just on this channel though. Here it is right here. So here's his channel right here. Good friend of mine.
The way you represent me,
Hold on for a minute.
absolutely.
All right, and this is his channel here. I said I was gonna give him a plug. Good friend of mine and things like that, you know. So he says here, after 20 years of marriage and 2 divorces, I bring raw honesty, life lessons, and real talk about love, heartbreak, healing, and growth. And his channel, he does a lot of shorts though, but it's something to check out though, you know. So yeah, if you are that man or woman, not woman. So if you're a man or woman, right, that are going through a divorce and you just want to be able to, maybe it's something on here, because he brings up, asks a lot of questions though. And he plays down the middle, which is cool. So therefore you guys should check him out. P Banks, there he is. Just, I told him I was going to give him a plug though, you know. And the shorts are real short. That's why they call them shorts, right? So I believe he's about, he got 90 subscribers now. Congratulations though. There you go. Mr. Banks, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Banks, pointing at you. Another brother, right? You know what I'm saying? So I said I was going to go ahead on and give him a plug. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so there that is though. There you go there, P. Got you covered though, sir. This is real good, man. I like this guy's channel, man. I was over there listening, watching it yesterday, liking it. And you guys should like his stuff too, man, because he's a good guy, you know, and things like that, you know. So yeah, there that is. Yep. Told him I was going to do it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, though. So yeah, why are they mad? Why are they mad, man? You know. Well, I already talked a lot. I talked a lot today talking about why they mad. Said I want to start doing something a little different, talking about these people, these deranged people. I get under their skin, man. I mean, it was another dude. He just went down my channel talking about you so personal and this and that, and you show where you live, you making threats, you better be careful. I'm saying you the one making the threats, right? And like I said, that wasn't my neighborhood though, but I just wanted to turn it on. But this is how deranged some of these people are. You know, this is why They forgot what America is about. It's called freedom of speech, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of the press. And they forgot some of our principles in this country. We know why. And he was just acting like a little girl. He know who he is. This is just ridiculous. Instead of being a man about it, what kind of man that hold a gripe on it? I mean, hold this type of, like we know each other. It's strange to me how creepy and weird. I would never do this to somebody else's channel. I would never do it. Ain't nobody on this channel that got me all worked up. I'm going to show him. I'm going to go down his channel. I mean, don't y'all, it's just weird old stuff to me, man. Some of these people, man, you just stalking. You hate me that much, you don't even know me. You know? But one thing in America, I will not apologize for any of this stuff, you know? I'm talking about being a proud American. Skip the black stuff. Being a proud American. Upholding the Constitution, right? We talking about our Declaration of Independence, as well as the 27 amendments. This is what make America great. And this is commie stuff that this guy is trying to do. Want to shut me down or whatever like that. I can't help it if I'm better at trolling than you are. Maybe you shouldn't be trolling then. Maybe trolling should not be for you. You that insecure with what another man got to say? That make you, look at him in the room. I don't even have to look, but I'm just saying. You that butt hurt over what I got to say? Maybe you shouldn't be over here trolling. Maybe you should go find another line of work somewhere. Say, I just can't do it because I don't like it. You don't have to like me. That's fine. I don't even know you to say that I don't like you. But when you coming in here being disrespectful, calling a person out of his name and so forth, because I can handle you better with your debates and your other stuff that you're trying to sell to the room. They don't like the fact about my channel growing. They don't like the fact that, more people like the show. They don't like the fact that people are following me. They don't like the fact that I talk about Trump in a positive light. They don't like about me because I can break down Obama, what he has actually done against America and things with his treasonous act, seditious act, right? This is the stuff that he did, right? And we're not going to apologize about it. That is exactly factually true. If you are butthurt about the truth, then maybe you should go on the show. There's plenty of channels out here that support your narrative. There's plenty of them. Why are you over here on my channel? You ain't getting under my skin, but you come over here to allow me to get under your skin. Does that make any sense? Make it make sense. I wouldn't even be wasting my time, and I don't. I don't go on a lot of these blue channels. Sometimes if I'm bored, but most of the time, because I just get on there and troll with knowledge till they boot me off. They are butthurt, ladies and gentlemen. The men and some of the women, they are showing you and me how fragile they are, how weak they are. They are bothered by the words that come out of my mouth, and then none of them don't even know me. Ain't that funny? How do you make this? How do you, take this person seriously? How do you take a person like this serious? You don't. You don't. It's just sad. My opinion matters that much. How does my opinion matter to a stranger? And for you too, right? If you voted for Trump, I see him in his room commenting and stuff. Every time with my people that are MAGA supporters that follow me, they are always answering questions. They always rebuttaling. I stop that with you guys because it's not about understanding. It's a gotcha moment. And when you don't like the answer, you the one crash out. Look at the people over here on the right. They ain't crashing out. You guys are crashing out on the left. How am I crashing out? I may get passionate about what I'm saying, but a lot of times I have a joking way of trolling, right? But I never made any type of acts of violence, talking about I'm going to come over there or whatever and all this other kind of stuff, threatening where you live at, where you at. They do that to me. I don't do that to them. I can care less what they think about me, right? I can care less what they do in their life. It ain't affecting me. What you eat don't make me shit. Straight up. And this should be the same thing to you. But this is how deranged they are, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that they have going on. I put the chart up many times. Maybe I should put the chart up again. Hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and put the chart up again. Maybe I should put the chart back up of how a lot of these deranged TDS and all the rest of them, they got some serious problems, ladies and gentlemen. There it is right here. Let's see here. There we go, right here. We're talking about, let's see here. We're talking about ignorance, meaning the lack of knowledge, narcissism, right? Marxism, selfishness, greed, and theft. And guess what's in the middle there? The jackass mule right here. You might as well go and put the communist old Russia, USSR. You might as well go and put their old flag right in the middle of there, because that's who they are. They're already telling us who they are. They don't want you to have an opinion. They don't want you to like Trump. They don't want you to say all the positive things about MAGA. They don't want any of that stuff. These are modern day communists. You want to say that you're not a communist? If you weren't a communist, if it don't apply, let it fly. I can't stand him. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know Trump. You don't know him. They're only showing you something of what they want you to see. It's called propaganda and brainwashing, though. And a lot of you are you're too damn old for this type of stuff. You acting like big, spoiled brats and babies. You need to grow up. Nobody had to come out here and threaten you, but you the one crash out. You the one that's bothered about the words that coming out of my mouth. You hate the fact that we have free enterprise again. You hate the fact that America is not a democracy no more. It's a constitutional republic. You hate the fact that we have strong leadership. You hate the fact that Trump has been kicking the Democrats behind ever since Trump been sworn in, and with the inauguration party and everything. Let's just face it. Maybe Trump and MAGA is better at running this country than the Dems are. 77 million plus said so on the voting thing back in 2024. Right? That's a fact. You never had anything coming. They mad at me because I don't like Kamala Harris. Politically, not personally. I don't know that woman. Politically, she wasn't that deal. We don't want politicians. Right? We don't want puppets. We want people to stand on their own, and she never did. Low IQ at best, right? No, that is not how we do. We don't vote for people like that. No, we don't do that. We want people off of their own merit, where their medals have been tested. Kamala medals never been tested at all. We know this, right? Boy, I tell you, man. And they just make themselves look so ridiculous, caping for this woman, telling all these lies. She's in trouble, too, because I think with that money that was overspent, it was something to do with that, man. It was something with that war chest money. We're going to find out what it is. She's under scrutiny, too. She really is. Yeah, boy, I tell you, man. Boy, I tell you, man, I just love to cook these. I love to cook them. That's why they get so mad with your brother.
Can we get to 100 likes? Let's go, MAGA.
You know what I'm saying? I've done nothing wrong but tell the truth. Your truth tellers are going to come under attack. I can't help it because you don't know how to conduct yourself in a dignified manner. I can't. It's not my fault because you don't know how to debate. You debate with your feelings. I debate with logic and common sense. You debate with craziness. Nobody got time for that. And then you want to come up here and want to debate with me. Ain't nobody going to hear no whiny, bratty type of person. I don't want to debate with people like that. It'll just end up turning into an argument, and I refuse to do it. You haven't shown me none of the, I've been looking at a lot of comments, ladies and gentlemen. You know I have. I peek in there, and I haven't seen anything. It's the same old stuff. Pedo protector. Oh, you are a 34 count felon. What's the other one? There's so many of them. You vote for a fascist. You vote for a Nazi, right? You ask them, give us the proof. You are stupid. Shut the F up. This is coming from them. Sound like little kindergartens, right? Kindergartners. These are supposed to be men and women. Shut the F up. You bitch. These are grown people. You can't. How can I expect to take people like that seriously? I don't. You haven't proven otherwise. You haven't shown anybody that you have enough information to defend Obama, like I said yesterday. They are butthurt and they are angry and they are mad. I know you don't have anything to defend against him. You just angry and mad. And the fact is that by me being, look at it, a man of color, right? Melanated man, however you want to call it, black or whatever you want. This here, by me and my hue, right? It means color, right? Hue, right? I destroy your narrative, right? Because if Trump is a racist, then I shouldn't be wearing a hat and I shouldn't be associated with him. But this is coming from the left. They've been trying to sell this lie, and we know it's a lie. And this is why, because if that would be the case, many of y'all know Terrence K. Williams. He's a brother that invited to the White House to meet Trump back in 2020. Right? You got Deontay Raves, right? Podcast show. He's in here. He's been in here. We did a collaboration with each other. He's a MAGA supporter. Patriot. He's a brother too. You got other brothers in here as well. Huh? We destroy so why do they hate? Because we destroy their lying narrative. That's why they crash out in this room. He's like, oh, shoot. You know, they over here looking at you, act a fool. You ain't got no videos of me crashing out, kicking down stuff, flipping out, banging on the walls like some of these people do. I don't do any of that stuff. Some of them may do it for views too, but some of them are really, really deranged and pissed off. Y'all seen when Trump won the second time. Y'all seen all those guys and the women? Man, they shaved their head. They went hysterical. They went ballistic, man. It was so funny, though. Y'all remember that? Hold on, let's show it again, man. You know, hold on for a minute. I got to show the receipt. Hold on, man. The reaction. Oh, man. The reaction. Oh, man. When Trump won. Let's go ahead and pull this up, though, man. 2020. Oh, my goodness, man. It is all-time hilarious, man. Let me see here, boy. You could put clown music to this stuff. Hold on for a minute. Ah, man. Is this the one here? Hold on for a minute. Don't let no music go on, please.
Also, plus Iowa.
Hold on for a minute, guys. There's some music here. Hold on. They got to put the music. I know why they do it, because they got to make it epic, you know. Here it is. Hold on for a minute. I can't. Look at this. Hold on for a minute. Look at all those people for Trump. Trump! They're high-fiving. This was a reaction from the Trump people. Look at this. Killed it. Look at this. And they even had to cheat to get the numbers up that high. We know it was much lower. They had to cheat to even bump them so they don't make it look so bad. Look at it. Look at this. Here's fans. Look at them. They were sad. Oh, man, I'm afraid. Hold on for a minute. Do I have to do this? Hold on for a minute. I got to do this, though, too. Hold on for a minute, guys. Y'all know how I do it. Star Wars, what's a Geek Alert coming up? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Here it is right here. Hold on for a minute. Oh, man. Hold on for a minute. Is it? Oh, yeah, here it is.
Ooh, I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
Oh, yeah, it will be quite operational. Quite operational, you know? Look at this right here. Oh, man. Look at this. Trump killed. He kicked they behind, right? We talking about not only, the majority. We talking about, oh, my goodness. Oh, man, the popular vote. Not only that, he won in all these states. What, I forgot exactly how many. He even had the Amish. Look at this. The Amish, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, man. I tell y'all, man. Y'all remember this, Pennsylvania? And then won all 7 swing states, man. It was something. It was a feat that never been done before. This guy been kicking your behind, even on the electoral. That's why they hate. Look at this, a proud American with that flag. Look at this, Trump. And this was 2024, man. Advance. Look at him, man. Boy, I tell you, man, it is something else, man. Yeah, Anderson Cooper. Look at this dude here, man. You know, from the Young Turks. You know what I'm saying? You know, garbage. Look at him. I wish I could play it. Hold on for a minute. Is it music? Yep, it's music. I knew it. Look at this, though. Look at this. I may as well go in there. Look at all the Trump fans, man. They just happy, got it flat. Look at that sister right there. You prove to him, girl. There you go, girl. You do it. Look at this. Go. I know. Where my crybaby sound at? Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Oh, yeah, y'all can't see it. I'm sorry. Boy, this guy, he got it blocked. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on for a minute. Okay, there it is. Hold on for a minute, guys. I got started from the top. I get a little excited sometimes. Hold on for a minute. There you go. All right, hold on for a minute, guys. We got to go on and narrate because there's a lot of music. Look at Harris thinking that she got a chance. Look at her. Sorry about that. I apologize, guys. I didn't have that. I forgot I had a thing blocked. Hold on for a minute. Look at all those Trump. Look at that. Boy, that's Trump, boy. Trump supporters right here, boy. Y'all, man, look at that here. Trump, look at this. 50 point. Look at this. Trump. We know Kamala didn't get all those. She had to have illegals, and they cheated. They tried to take the election. Trump said, we're going to make it too big to rig. Just like we're going to do in these midterms, we're going to make it too big to win. Look at the battleground states, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan. All these 7, these were the battleground swing states, ladies and gentlemen, that Trump won in 2024, right? Because they believed in the man. Look at that. Trump. Hold on, we're going to get down to it, boy. Look at that, boy. Yep. Pennsylvania for Trump. That's right. Got the Amish for Trump. Look at that. Anytime you got the Amish, man, because Trump love farmers. The Democrats don't. Look at this, boy, I tell you. Look at this. Trump, take back America, man. You know what I'm saying? Boy, they can't stop it, man. Trump. Told you I'm about that life. Make America great again. Boy, I told you I'm about that life. They got Anderson Cooper, man. Oh, don't be so. Oh, where my thing at? Hold on for a minute. Anderson Cooper, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Anderson Cooper. The other guy from Young Turks. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Trump! Look at that. Look at it. Go ahead. Look at that sister right there. All happy. Look at her. Wait till you watch these clowns. Look at that. Hold on. I know it hurts, though. Over there on the left. Look at this. Trump jerseys. Look at that. Trump. Hold on. Let me stop that for a minute. Hold on for one moment. Look at this. Boy, that's what I'm talking about. President-elect Trump, right? Look at this. It was a beautiful thing, though, right? This is the exact moment when Trump won. Look at that brother. They were so happy. Got his red on. Everybody coming together. If you white, you black, you brown, you whatever color, boy, it's all good, boy. It was a joyous thing, though. People were so happy, though, man. You know, happy. Look at this. Students celebrating. Look at this. Boy, look at it. Got that Trump dance going on. Look at this. Oh, don't worry, y'all. Look at that acting fool. Acting fool. Where my crybaby? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, he won. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ain't that something? Yeah. Ah, look at that. She broke the damn screen on the damn TV. Let's go, Brandon. Y'all remember that? Let's go, Brandon. Oh, my goodness, though, man. Boy, these people are sick, right? These are some sickos, man. Oh, man, let me see here. We're going to watch some more Meltdown. This brother, I remember this brother here, though. Yeah, Mark, the mechanic. Yeah. before the election. Bad day to be at Trump. He said before the election. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. But hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. He over here talking stuff, but hold on for a minute. Y'all see them numbers? Look at that. Y'all remember this? Trump. Look at that. And they had to cheat for Kamala to make it because she was going to lose pitifully. I think, honestly, Kamala could have been down there where Chase Oliver was. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris never had a chance, man. This is in Pennsylvania. Boy, I tell you, man, look at that. I want them to see that map right there? See all that red right there on the left? Y'all see all that red? And this is 24. Look at that. Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, Philadelphia, which I rolled through these places, though, right? On my way to Philadelphia. I rolled through Lancaster, man. Shout out to the Amish, you know. Boy, I love the Amish, man. I talk to the Amish, man. I used to talk to them a lot, though. You know, I would see them every now and then, you know. It's like to see an Amish is like seeing a sighting, you know what I'm saying? Almost like Bigfoot. Yeah, you know how you see Bigfoot is like a rare occasion? That's how it is with the Amish. It's a rare occasion that you see an Amish person. Just depends on where you live, you know what I'm saying? Depends on where you live. Look at this. Let me see here. Boy, look at this. Hold on. Oh, yeah, move my crybaby son. Oh, baby. Oh, hold on for a minute. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Look at she been crying. Oh, it's okay. Oh, look at her. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, look at her. So deranged. So crazy. Oh, yeah. You could tell. Look at her eyes and nose all puffy and red. Look at my man here.
Why I'm not laughing anymore.
I know.
What's funny?
Yeah.
What's funny about women dying because you elected a candidate who doesn't give a fuck about them?
Look at this.
What's funny about black people being hurt more because you elected a candidate that can lose with white supremacy, endorsed by the KKK? What's funny about Spanish families being separated because you elected a candidate who calls the places that they come from garbage, calls it a swamp with a country, doesn't give a fuck about people who weren't born here, thinks that everybody else is trash and should be treated subhuman. What's funny about that? What's there to laugh about right now? You elected a felon to be president. Somebody proven to collude with foreign adversaries to overthrow democracy.
Look at this.
Who incited a domestic terrorist attack on the country.
All lies. If they had something, they would have got her. Boy, don't you feel like a beta male simp, don't you? Look at that. No real respectable man will wear no skull cap that look like this, man. Boy, I tell you, fairies, scaries, and fairies. Boy, I tell you, look at
What
this.
would be funny right now?
It's funny
What the
because you
fuck's
lost.
funny?
You lost.
Don't say shit about nothing.
You
Y'all
are a loser. You gets nothing.
Oh my God.
Look at you.
If you're wondering if it's hard to be a therapist right now, it is. It really is.
It really is. Tell us
You know,
about
watching the pain and suffering that's come from this election.
The pain and suffering.
And listening to my clients say homophobic things to me.
Oh, yeah.
Not knowing I have a wife is really fucking hard.
It's really hard, isn't it?
It's really fucking hard.
It's really hard. Nobody cares about you and your wife.
And I have
It's just
to
that Trump
validate
won.
them. I can't say anything.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's really fucking hard.
Okay, so I was wrong. A lot of astrologers were wrong. A lot of us were wrong.
That's right.
But if you think that right now is the time to tell me that you don't believe in astrology, who gives a about astrology right now?
I'm like a Cheshire cat right now. Turn off the lights, though, right? I tell you, I'm like a little Cheshire cat. All teeth. Boy, look at that.
Who literally cares about that?
Oh, man.
That is like the least
classic.
of our worries.
That's real classic. There's the F-bomb. Real classic.
This is my career. I have built a life off of reading the stars for people and getting it right.
Look at that.
But if you're gonna come into my comments and complain that, well, I'm no longer gonna believe in astrology after this, who gives a for real? Let's be for real right now. That is the last of our worries.
Classic.
My
Real
mom
classic.
can't lose her Social Security. We can't lose our Medicaid, our Medicare.
Oh, really?
There are real things happening in the world right now. And I know that, like, you guys think this is some.
Did you lose it now? Did you lose your Medicaid and Medicare now? You old lying, you know what? Hold on.
Gotcha. But I don't give a if you think astrology is not real right now, because there is real life happening in this country.
I'm tired. I'm numb.
What the?
I'm
oh my goodness.
Struggling to know what happens
Oh my
next.
goodness. Beta! Oh.
The one question that I do have is, how do we keep each other safe?
Beta!
I got proof. He cheated. He cheated. He cheated.
Is that what it is?
He cheated.
Is that what it is?
And Eli,
Beta!
they cheated. Trust the old lady when she tell you. They cheated, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go.
Shut up, Jimmy Kimmel. Shut your mouth, Jimmy. I might want to hear from Jimmy. Turn that off. I don't want to hear nothing about what Jimmy got to say. Hold on for a minute. Oh my goodness. Boy, this is the highlight of my hour, ladies and gentlemen, though. This is just as good as the Democratic Clown Squad or the Fraud Squad. Y'all remember I was doing that? Hold on for a minute. I had to come up with that. Boy, I tell you, man, look at this. Oh, my goodness, man. Look at this. Oh, man. This abomination right here, boy. Abomination in the church. Oh, my goodness, though. Never read Leviticus, have they? Have she? Oh, my goodness. Shall we go with the rest of them, man? Oh, my gosh, man. Look at this. Woo, boy, you can't make this stuff up. No wonder they don't like your boys so much, but I troll them better than they do, right? We're going to show the out. Look at this insane stuff. Where my clown music at? Hold on for a minute, because we're going to clown these people here. Y'all should have seen it, boy, when I was glad when Trump won, boy. Boy, it's sad, ain't it? This is what we're dealing with, boy. Look at this.
One is for the Trump supporters. You are going to hell for this.
Are we?
You are. You're going to hell for this.
Oh, we are?
You have blatantly disregarded your neighbor.
You've been wrong
You have
so
failed
far.
to care for the widowed, the orphaned,
You've been wrong
and the immigrant.
so far.
You have committed idolatry.
Oh, really? You've been wrong
well,
so
it's
far.
Been rough.
We're going to believe y'all now?
It was not what I was expecting at all, considering some of the rhetoric he has said. I thought we as a nation were smarter, but I guess not.
Oh, is that
to
what
my
it is?
Transgender and friends and, the people who it affects,
and spooks.
as long as you stay alive, they cannot say we don't exist.
Look at this.
Being a Satanist means rebelling against them because...
Right, being a Satanist, what the... See how insane they are? Where they'd rather go ahead and align with Satan than align with God. Boy, look at this. This is abomination right here that you see. Look at
and
this.
as long as you draw
my
breath,
goodness.
every breath you take is a rebellion.
Oh, I
Keep
tell
on
you.
fighting because...
I wonder what they look like now if we were to fast forward to 2026. I wonder if they still have this attitude right now. I'm curious.
You just have to. Hail Satan, hail reason, all.
You see what I'm saying? These are godless people, and they've been showing you guys, man. They don't follow God. Their God is Satan. Not mine. I don't worship Satan. Not on my watch. Look at this.
These are about to be real sick of me. What do you mean America is back? Congratulations, Donald Trump and whatnot.
That's right. America is back, baby. Oh, man. Wait till the midterms. Oh, it's okay.
Who the fuck is in here? Let me go talk to him.
Go ahead. Go ahead and take your bad butt
Who
off.
put that little message that America is back? Who put that?
You see how these are commies, ladies and gentlemen? They're telling you that this ain't America no more. How dare you put that up? I do whatever I want on my lawn, though. You don't tell me what to do on my business. This is America, right? All butt hurt and stuff. You don't tell people this ain't this ain't no damn Russia. This ain't North Korea, right? You don't tell me what I can put on my line. I would have kicked her out of here. I'm going to call the police and get her out of here, man. Trespassing on my line, on my.
It was you.
property.
It was you.
Look at this.
It was somebody who worked here. Can I talk to him? Why not?
Anyway, fuck Trump. Fuck all of that shit.
Yeah, that's what she told her. Y'all heard what she said. Get off our property because you trespassing. Well, I wish that would have been me, But she handled it right. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. Y'all remember the days? Oh.
Right? Like we're just gonna wake up tomorrow morning and everything's gonna go back to the way it, like it'll be
it ain't gonna never go back to the way
really
it was.
Bad dream.
Cause when we had Biden, you thought your girl was gonna be smart enough. You thought your girl Scamala was gonna do it. No, she didn't have the aptitude. She didn't have the intelligence with her low IQ self. No, we ain't want her. You know, no.
None of this woman.
Downtown Willie Brown and everything. Downtown Willie Brown, Willie Brown, Willie Brown. Downtown Willie Brown, Willie Brown. We're going to say to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Y'all know how you going to right, to the right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Boy, go ahead and walk it by yourself. Go ahead, Scamala. Oh, yeah, my goodness.
Right? Like, it'll be like the first time, and then we're all going to pull through fine in 4 years. Correct? Please? Someone tell me. I can tell you one thing right now. Marriage is the farthest thing from on the table currently. So they really...
As I told the men, conservative men, if you want a good woman, you want to find yourself a conservative woman. You don't need these train wrecks coming from the left, man. This ain't what you want, man. They're unstable, they're unkept, and they unclean for most of them, man. And you going to invite this into your world, man? Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Yup. This should be bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, but don't deserve no wedding ring on her finger. Oh, no.
The pooch on that one if they thought that any of this was going to actually help with the whole family and kids department and lowering birth rates, because that, not even.
Ma'am, you are an idiot.
Any semblance of thoughts I had or hope for that is completely going to be a no thanks for me, love. I think I would have.
I want to hear.
Not even.
I want to hear that voice.
Your dingling's gonna be dry as fuck.
What? Now, what real man sound and talk like this, ladies and gentlemen? Your Honor, I'm presenting to you the case again of deranged lunatics on the left. You know, and we're seeing them that they're out of control, spiraling out of control. Where my baby thing at? All right, there you go. Look at him. Oh, zesty.
You ain't getting no cootie cat.
Beta! We know you never had.
Better go get some of that Diddy oil.
You know, you should
and
know.
work on your stroke.
You should
be
know.
In there all
you sound like you ain't even funny though. It sound like you know from experience with the Diddy oil.
And you pro-Palestinians? Black women said, "Fuck you. We going back to Starbucks. Y'all are on your own." As always, y'all have a great day. We gonna be all right. Because I'm going to make y'all laugh. Y'all have a great day.
All
y'all, I ain't never been so scared.
Oh, my goodness.
To go to sleep because I'm so scared that the cops are just going to break in our house and make me a slave.
Make her a slave.
You could have downsized your life, gotten rid of that big giant truck of yours, and all your expensive weapons. Or you could have gone out and fought for higher pay.
Oh, my goodness.
Or an end to corporate corruption.
Oh, my goodness.
You chose to do neither of those things.
Look at this.
Because it was easier to blame immigrants.
Oh, my goodness.
So, now that the orange turd has won, we should now rename Beta! Hell. Because it is going to be hell on Earth.
Oh, they got a bunch of zesty boys.
Everyone's rights away. That is no straight white cis man. So buckle up. Hope you freaking Republicans.
Beta!
I'm out of here.
Sound very intimidating, don't they?
But if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are,
shut up, Hillary.
If they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
Damn, poor Melania. Now she has to fucking act like she loves this man for 4 more years. He could have gone to prison. Melania could have been free.
Selling book in the country. Can you believe that? I just say, Rev, really quickly, too. Democrats need to be mature. And they need to be honest.
America
and they need to say, yes,
again.
there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men.
Mm-hmm.
It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men. Things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them.
Gotcha, bitch.
Might be race issues with Hispanics.
Oh,
they don't want a
my
black
goodness.
woman.
Oh, shut up with
A
this
lot
stuff.
And we've
Right.
got to have real honest conversations about it.
Real honest conversation.
I wouldn't be
from the
surprised if
rails.
the median income of the Republican voter was lower than that of the Democrat.
Look at this
To your
one.
husband.
Oh,
I'm gonna
my
seduce
goodness.
your husband.
Who you are
I'm
trying to
going
be a
to look him in
bootleg
the eye,
Timu Billy Eilish?
and I'm going to explain
Yo,
to
you
him
one of
that
those emu chicks?
nobody has ever made me
What
feel
the-
the way he has.
what
and
the-
I'm younger than you conservative woman that married him. And I'm going to start
Beta!
explaining that I'm just so fun and I like doing fun shit. Because you're probably married and you can't do fun shit. And then once I do that, and I implement your
you see
fucking
this?
marriage arc,
What
he's
the
gonna
hell?
cause some irrational feelings, which is
Boy,
going
what
to
is this, boy?
establish itself in your marriage problems. And then you're
Boy,
gonna be
look
like,
at
why
this.
am I doing this shit for a
This
man?
is terrible,
This
man.
is where we get ya. Get ya, because then you're like, why am I supporting a guy that isn't doing anything for me? There you go.
Let me be very, very
Oh,
clear
look at
when
this.
I
What
say
the-
this. If you are an alternative person, punk, goth, however you classify
What?
yourself, in the alternative
What the
community,
hell?
and you support Trump, no, you're fucking not. No, you're not. I have never
Not
been the type of
support
person
Trump.
that's like, well, if you don't listen to this music, you're not goth, you're not punk.
Boy,
I'm not
I
that
tell
type of
y'all,
person.
man.
But if you
Look at
don't
this.
have the same fucking values,
What-
the
what-
same
is that what it
fucking
is?
common sense
Talk to
when
me.
it comes to human rights,
Let's hear it.
you're not alternative.
I have decided that my personal revenge for this 2024 election fiasco is to be a menace to men on
And this
dating
is what's
apps.
going to happen
I'm
again
going to
on the midterms.
re-download probably,
I'm just calling
I guess
it
it's
early.
Tinder and Hinge, and match up every single man. Say I'm down for hookups.
Yeah, you people over on the left, you may as well get prepared for it right now. It's going to be a repeat. Repeat, baby, you know. Trump, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, though, you know. Oh, man. What? You already said? What did I say?
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, man. Got you. Yeah, I was going to say that part.
Give them a Google Voice number. Talk with them. Say, yeah, I'll come over. Yeah, I'm on my way. Yeah.
I want the
2024.
headbangers. Y'all saw the
To do
headbangers?
that safely. I cut my mother off until the day she died, and I can and will do that again.
Look at, I mean, this is just terrible, man. Just all abomination, you know. But we're going to do a repeat like we did. We kicked their butt in 2024. We kicked their butt in 2016, 17. We actually did it in 20, but they ended up stealing an election. Won't be no more stolen elections. The American Save Act will go into effect. And I'm gonna do a whole live stream on the day when Trump wins, man. I may do the whole thing. We're gonna watch it in real time, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
going to get drunk today.
Oh my goodness. What the what she said she gonna do? She gonna get drunk. Look at her. Got the
And I'm gonna act like an angry black fucking woman because I'm fucking angry.
Oh, are you?
I'm mad. I'm upset.
Is that right?
I'm angry as fuck, bro.
You an angry
I'm
black
angry.
woman?
I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt.
Is it?
We always finish last.
F your
We
feelings.
always come fucking last.
F your feelings.
Everybody.
F your feelings. Suck it.
And
Suck it up.
I can
F your
and
feelings,
will
bro.
do that again.
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm gonna act like an angry black fucking woman because I'm fucking angry.
Are you?
I'm mad.
Is
I'm
that
upset.
right?
I'm
Go
angry
ahead.
as fuck, bro.
Tell me about
I'm
it.
angry. I'm hurt. My
Tell me,
feelings
bro.
are fucking hurt.
Don't you hate it
We
when you call
always
us
finish
bro?
last. We always come fucking
Oh, my
last. For
goodness, boy, that
everybody.
wildebeest.
Even
Oh,
our own
my
fucking
goodness.
men.
Oh, man.
And you niggas mamas be black.
Ooh.
This shit is
Oh, my
crazy. Y'all
goodness.
got black ass daughters.
Oh my goodness.
I'm angry as fuck.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
get
are?
drunk.
Get drunk.
And cause a problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
You pretend you have the moral high ground, but you put that man's finger on the meat of your butt. That
Oh
man
my
doesn't
goodness.
even-
Look at this. Look at how crazy and insane she is, though, man. Boy, this is crazy. Look at this. Look at this.
Do you believe in gravity? Did you know gravity is just a theory?
Excuse me, ma'am. You grab your belongings when you come through.
Right.
And that's in your responsibility. I have to take you home.
Look at that. Look at that. Are you serious? Are you serious, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this.
Can you grab your belongings and come through, please? Yes. Can you grab your belongings and come through?
I paid for this seat and I'm sitting.
Despite her disruptive nature, she believes.
Oh, that's the music. Sorry, y'all. Damn it. Hold on for a minute.
Let you all know that
Oh,
if you
that's Jabba the Hutt. Oh my goodness.
To talk?
Oh, woo, me consola. He do that. Ooh, man.
I will be available to talk.
Solo. Oh my goodness. I can't help it. Solo. Y'all know Jabba the Hutt. You know who that is, boy. And not Finger Hut, but Jabba the Hutt. Oh my goodness.
If you want to talk.
I never knew that somebody can physically possibly look like this, man. This is terrible, man.
Other family members or anything, have a bottle of wine.
Take it off.
An
I
entire
can't deal with
y'all
that. Look at this.
Y'all,
my goodness. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, man. Look at this here.
Down your throat. We gonna be trans together, honey.
Oh, my goodness. What the? Oh, man. Another abomination. Oh, my goodness, man. Gotta take that off, boy. Woo, boy. They look like me. I mean, look like women sometimes, boy. Boy, look at that.
Of your hate that you were spewing in my comments. There is very real concern. I am disabled. I have reproductive health issues. You laugh because you feel like it doesn't affect you, but then you look around you and you realize your circle's gotten smaller. You said you didn't want woke. You didn't want woke.
Anytime you go woke, you go broke. You know what I'm saying? Every time, right? Every time. And I can't wait. Disney keep going woke. ABC keep going woke, and y'all behind going broke. You know? We don't rock with y'all like that.
Well, that woke is my life. You don't know my life. Good luck. Good luck. Watch the people around you dwindle.
There is also, if you need, the crisis number.
I can't do it. I
can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself because I knew it didn't fucking matter.
It don't matter, though. Oh, look at her here. Where my crybaby at, boy? Boy, get to crying. Boy, I tell you, man. And what this is gonna be a repeat for the midterms. They're gonna break down, guys. They're gonna come in my room. They're gonna be threatening. They're gonna be wanting to say, "Hey, I want to do this and that." Because if you really had it in the bag, you wouldn't be doing this stuff. Look at this.
I mean, they're still outstanding. Are they not counting them here? What's going on, Vadim?
You should know this.
Why isn't Philadelphia counting votes?
They tried to cheat. Ladies and gentlemen, they tried to cheat in Pennsylvania. They had that attorney out there. They shut it down, man. Great job, Laura Trump. Great job. Boy, I tell you. Go ahead.
Burn this whole fucking place to the ground.
See how insane they are? She talking about doing a criminal act, setting fire because her woman didn't win. You see how deranged? Look at those crazy, sinister eyes. Look at it. Look like she might be on Prozac or something, man. Are you serious, man?
Well, now that we know Project 2025 is legit happening, like we said all. When's the Civil War start?
She's advocating for a civil war. That's why I say, man, we can't allow women like this to be in charge of nothing, man. We'd be already gone, man. You wouldn't think we're going to put you in leadership like this when you had a person that was Kamala Harris, right? She wasn't wrapped too tight either. Look at it.
You know, and what are we wearing? Because I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready to pull a Braveheart and like ride into battle.
See what I'm saying? She talking about she pulling it. She talking about a rebellion. What you gonna be on a horse with the paint on herself? You may have taken me land, but you never taken me freedom. Is that what she's talking about? Who are you, William Wallace? Oh my!
Paint my face blue. Because a bitch is not about to become a handmaid.
The bitch, what she said? The bitch is not about to become a handmaiden. Oh my goodness! Though referring herself as the bitch that she is. Ain't that something? See how deranged and sick they are, boy?
No, a bitch is not about to become a Martha. I am not being sent to the motherfucking colony. So when is it? What are we doing?
She's virtual signaling for some of these old weak, right? Oh, these old sissies, weak, liberal ass men to get out here, right? We ain't doing it. We ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna virtual signal and ain't nobody coming to your rescue. You know, you get on that horse and you paint yourself blue like the Smurf and you go ride out in battle and see how fast that lasts. See how fast that lasts, you know? We'll see how fast that lasts.
Anyone know? I mean, they got to invade the Capitol. Why can't we? They got to get off with it, and now are getting pardoned.
So there it is, though. So she said, shit, we should go on down there. We should all saddle up on horses and stuff. Let me go and paint my face blue. We ride down there with the flag and all. You know what I'm saying? Boy, that would be a sight. That would be a spectacle if they actually done that.
But we get to suffer. No. So,
Not the greatest country in the world where she can order DoorDash and stuff and have food delivered to her house. Oh, we so suffering so bad, you know. You can go to college and stuff, right? You're protected. We got a system of government. We got law enforcement. You ain't got to worry about nobody trying to break in your house and take advantage of you, you know what I'm saying? Boy, you just living so bad, aren't you? Boy, it's like a third world, ain't it? Oh, Lord and me. Oh, help me, you know. Oh, up under Trump. Oh, my goodness, though. It's like a third world coming over here. That's why when the Europeans came over here for the the Fever Cup, man, they couldn't believe it, man. They had an excellent time. All lies, I tell you, all lies. Look at her. She trying to sell it. Man,
what are we wearing, and when are we corroborating? Because I have anxiety. I'm a little bit stressy and depressy right now, and I kind of just want to get a little messy. Like,
yeah, that's a person that's on that Prozac, man. See, she's letting you know, anxiety and all this other stuff. You shouldn't have no gun. You shouldn't be on no horse. You shouldn't be around no animals. You are in danger to those people. I love animals too, and you shouldn't own any. Look at this.
No.
You see this? Look at this.
I'm sorry. No.
Oh,
no,
I love it. I love it. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, why? You sound like Nancy Kerrigan.
That takes people from relatively
low. All the spit. I gotta see that again, guys. I know y'all having a great time. That's why y'all like my stuff so much. Boy, cause I try to make the foolishness not even make sense though. We're showing you all the receipts, Your Honor. Look at this. Your Honor, does this look like a stable person? Does this person look like they have it all together, Your Honor? Look at how deranged. Look at those sinister eyes, right? Look at this, man. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Boy, look at that, boy. Tongue piercing. Does this look like a conservative woman to you? Or does this look like an out-of-control liberal type person, man? Look like an out-of-control ass woman, though. Have you taken your Prozac today? Have you taken it? Maybe you need to take it today, you know? Boy, look at this, boy. Ain't this serious? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. All over Kamala losing. You know, black folks ain't never been this much, you know what I'm saying, involved in the politics. The only reason they are now because they've been sold, they built a lie about Trump. All this is because of a man that they don't know, Trump. You know what I'm saying? Who's the man they got is looking out for the brother man or the people in this country? Trump. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Boy, look at this. Oh, it's going to be all this. It's looking crazy, boy. Deranged. Oh, man, look at this. I can put that. Y'all remember the one when they had the heavy metal music? She could be a modern day banger, you know? Man, I tell you, man, where's Led Zeppelin when I need it, boy? I tell you. Boy, look at this. Why? What is you, Nancy Kerrigan? Why? Y'all remember that? Oh, I should put up Nancy Kerrigan, boy. Why? You know that happened in Detroit when she got hit across her knee? I ain't laughing at that, but how she just said, why? You know, that happened here in Detroit. Look at that.
Is that bad?
That takes people from relatively low-level annoyances with the world. Why are eggs?
Boy, but I think
I've been crying.
Yes, you have.
For 24 hours.
Yes, you
I
have.
went to work and was working while the tears coming down. I ruined my contact.
Oh, you ruined your contacts. Boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is first world problems. They make it sound like it's third world problems. This is a first world issue here because you've been crying so much and you ruin your contacts. Oh, it's that sad. What about countries that they don't even have contacts? Boy, I tell you.
I haven't been this heartbroken since
She's in the comfort of her own home with a bathroom. You could tell she in the bathroom with the sink, right? And the shower, bathtub. Look at this.
I'm dying.
She make it sound like it's the end of the
These
world.
Democratic leaders
Look at this.
are the most useless people on earth.
That's what I said, though. This is from the Young Turks. That's what I said, too. They are the worst, you know? At least he's telling the truth.
Fired. The Democratic Party is out of its mind. So as the voters, you have to understand, those guys have a vested interest.
See, you can tell right here with the statistics, Arizona, Kerry Lake should have been the governor, but they lied and they cheated. Look at Florida. They couldn't get by Florida, though. Look at that, boy. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Yep. We got over here Michigan. Look at this. Sloskins, Mike Rogers, right? Look at this. I'm talking about for the senators. Look at this. Yep, we still got, Scott in there. Yep, look at this, guys. Look, boy, look at this. Boy, I tell you.
Protecting their own ass and protecting their money and their privilege and their status. You need to fire them. They're not going to fire themselves. You think Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Kamala Harris, and all these people go?
They were saying that back in 2024. Right? Look at this, though.
Yeah, I got Jamie Harrison at DNC. Oh, yeah, I guess we were the problem.
Man.
You think the Democratic
don't
exist?
Look at this.
Silence.
I am fucking feral today.
Crazy. What? She's over here barking like a dog. Can you look at this?
If you see me, keep walking. Do not make eye contact.
You don't tell me what to do. You ain't the boss of me or anything. I'm going to be laughing at your crazy butt. Nobody want to be with no deranged old liberal. Look at this, liberal ass bitch. Out of control. Look at yourself.
Not square up
Look
at
at
me.
this.
Don't act like you know me.
She acting like she tough. Boy, you know you ain't about that life, woman.
Like,
you just over
I
here
wanna,
playing. Just playing.
Like, maybe they voted for Kamala, but like, I want to eat them right now.
She want to eat them. See how crazy she is? She don't even know these young men here. These are fine young men. Look at them. Just ain't minding their own business.
Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes.
She said she want to take a bite out of those glutes, right? You are deranged, you are sick, and you need to be inside of an insane asylum. That's what you need to be. You are insane to the membrane. Boy, I tell you, look at this.
Bad way.
Oh, my God.
They're lying.
She said she want to take a bite out of those glutes, right? You can tell what she been looking at, though, you know. Boy, I tell you, man, she wish she can get a nice, young, strappy, young gentleman and things like that. That's a conservative that's out here working hard and taking care of house and home. See, these liberals can't get them. These liberal women can't get them kind of guys. Them guys don't want them. They'll much rather deal with a conservative woman. We don't want no woman that's out of control, rebellious, disrespectful, nasty, foaming at the mouth, blaming all her issues on men with Prozac and whatever else, because that's what you're going to get with when you get with a lot of these liberals, right? There's a reason why she's single, right? There's a reason that most of them are this way, because they have man-hating issues. They got other issues, too. They are unfed, unclean, and unwanted, right? And it's all by them. It don't have nothing to do with us as men, right? We already did our part, civilized the world, built the world. Boy, look at this, boy. And she's over here. First world problems, ladies and gentlemen, acting as if she's over in Somalia somewhere. She was over there. You already know it'd be a wrap. It'd be raped and everything else. It's going to tell the truth now, you know. If this would be any other country, third world included, boy, it would already have went down. It would have already went down, and we all know it, though. Only in the first world country, right? Now, look at this.
To you, why do you think they keep losing? Do you think they keep telling you how smart they are?
Look at this.
That you let a felon, a rapist,
look at this,
and a racist, narcissist, fascist be in charge. Shame on you.
Look at this.
But in the next election, can we just publicize who?
Okay, guys, I just want to talk about that, though. Boy, it's many more of it, man. This is going to be a repeat, as I said before. We're going to have a repeat in the midterms. It ain't nothing that y'all can do. You don't have a policy. You got to cheat. Your party got to cheat. And we're going to shut that down, too. We're going to shut it all down, right? Because like we said, we know who our man is, and that is who we're going to take over the House, right? We're going to take over the Senate, right? We're going to run. Boy, Trump has executive branch power than never before, man. Boy, I tell you, man, the empire will rise. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Let me do it right. The empire will rise, you know. Hey, that sounds so dramatic. The empire shall rise, you know. Oh, my goodness, boy. I tell you, man, I should have been in show business, man. I should have been in show business, boy, I tell you. Where my people at? Go ahead and look. Boy, you know I am the master troller, boy. I tell you, man, I know y'all cracking up. I know you're cracking up, boy. Look at this, man. Over here talking about that real stuff. Boy, I tell you, man, ain't that something, man? Boy, oh yeah, we got Hard Right in the house, man. Let me give a shout out to Hard Right, man. He's been rocking with you. Don't y'all block the Hard Right. I don't want to hear no more about, yeah, somebody blocked me. I don't want to hear that now, you know. Watch it. Let's see here. Who else I got in here, man? Oh, my goodness. Black Guy 9 said those soft guys like, what is an adult? It's weak, boy. You know, they supposed to be adults. Boy, I'm over here looking at this stuff. Deontay Rant Ray says, only you liberals and Democrats crying about Doge checks. Man, they still on that stuff, man. Man, it's just sad, Deontay. They still on that? They still on that, man. Boy, I tell you, man, they are mad about it in this room. He says, stupid MAGA. Oh, my goodness, man. It's so sad. It's like me as a grown man, and they are like little children in kindergarten. DA said, Deontay, they're crying about those checks more. Mailbox money for sitting on their ass. Yeah, that's the thing about it, man. Only a first world. This is all first world issues. Nothing third world here, you know. Black Guy 9 says we got a panty waist. Panty waist in the chat, guys. Yeah. I tell you, man. Look at this, man. It's just sad, though, ladies and gentlemen. It's sad. Stewart said, DA, slot machine, blah, blah, blah. Let me go ahead and just post some of this stuff up here. Boy, I tell y'all, man. Hold on for a minute. Let me see, Black 99. Let me see here. Coconuts are real, you know. Nice motorcycle. Yep. You know, stupid MAGA. That's coming from Jake, you know. I tell you, Jake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, DA been in here before. I remember that person, you know. He's butthurt. Yeah, they butthurt, man. Because you're butthurt, just blame your own party, man. And we ain't got nothing to do with it. We ain't going to apologize because we have a better policy than you do. Your party can offer no policy under Scamala Harris. We got Denise, what is an adult, is a snowflake who yearns to be a 4-piece of hell, you know. Oh, my goodness, boy. Yeah, that's coming from Denise Farmer, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Denise. Hey, how are you again? Yeah, I always do that for the ladies, you know. Yep. Look at that. Boy, I tell you. We got DOD, 2 black. Oh, my goodness, boy. Look at this type of stuff. He's got down here, Trump is a 34-time convicted felon as a sex. You know this ain't nothing but a lie here, right? Because to your point, or I'm going to say to your logic, he should be locked up in prison. Maybe because what you're saying is not the truth. Maybe what you're saying, ain't no maybe, it is. What you're saying is a bunch of lies, you know, a bunch of deceit. You just making it up as you go. He's our president, not once, not twice, but 3 times, right? It took the second one from him, right? He got better in policies. He's been getting the country back on track. We got a lot of illegals out of here. He got funding for our nice ICE agents, right? What about the other stuff? Shut down the border, stop the flow of fentanyl in this country, right? Got back, found a lot of these kids and these babies that come up missing, right? Got rid of woke, got rid of DEI, right? Got the terrorists, got the drilling, right? Drill, baby, drill, right? Boy, I tell you, gonna make America the #1 energy efficiency in the world. And Trump is doing all this and much more. Who is the president that got us $8.4 trillion investment from American as well as international businesses? It was Trump. right? Who stopped the flow of fentanyl coming in this country? It was Trump, right? Who got our nice ICE agents out here rounding up these illegal criminals and these murders, rapists, and so forth? It was Trump, right? I tell you, who got the bill, which is the Lake and Riley Act, passed? It was Trump, right? Who showed up at the Arlington Cemetery out there in Texas, right? For the Gold family. It was Trump. Kamala Scamlin never showed up, right? Nate Baton never showed up, right? It was under their administration, right, that stuff failed. That's why they're Gold families now. All that would have never happened, man. You ain't got nothing for me. None of you do. We want all the smoke in here, right? You are a Nazi. You are the KKK. Your socialist crap, your actual commie rhetoric and stuff like that. You don't have anything, boy. We don't want nothing you are selling, right? You a failure, you a liar, and you are a cheat. I'm talking about the Dems. I'm talking about the KKK, these old losers and these liars, man. They come in here with no facts. Ronster, shout out to you. Ronster is back. Boy, I like this guy here. Demo KKK rats are true evil. Ronster, I appreciate you showing up. I almost didn't see you there for a moment. We got Man USA #1. He said, man, he says, what's up, Tony and the peeps? What's up going with you, Man USA 1? I also had to put you back on here too, man. I had a lot of people. I had to put you back on here, man. It looked like I already took care of you when I was taking care of Black Guy 9 and Coconuts Are Real and Stewart. And my apologies once again, gentlemen, you know. Yep, there it is right here, you know. There it is. You know, when I be addressing this to the particular mod, if I found that mole, because I think there's still a mole. It may be, but we're going to find him. We're going to find him. Could be a female. I don't know. Let me see here. Blah, blah, blah. And somebody stupid says, as a conservative, I don't support Trump. How can you not be conservative and support Trump? That means that you believe in the lies that the left do. That don't make any sense. You sound just as bad as Lou Hawk Art, boy. Lou Hawk Art, you know. You sound just as bad as he do, you know what I'm saying? How you going to be a conservative and not support Trump? Right? How can you be? I mean, what is that? All that stuff was a hoax when they went after him and his family? Is he just lying, right? They broke in Mar-a-Lago, right? Look at that. They went through Barron Trump's room. They went through Melania's unmentionables, right? Do you not have any type of common decency on Danny Lowe, right? What if that would have been your wife? This happened on American soil, right? Stuff like this are never supposed to happen. You know why? Because they weaponized the Biden administration. Basement Obama, running everything, said to go after our political enemies, right? And they did. They broke into Mar-a-Lago. These were thugs. These were criminals, right? And any man that's going in a woman's unmentionables, man, ain't no man to me, boy. I tell you, man. Ain't this something? Boy, that's why I say, man, you can try to come in here, but I'm just going to make you look real stupid according to your stupid logic. That's all they can do, ladies and gentlemen, is throw out insults. That's all they got, ladies and gentlemen. We've been proven from day one, right? What they trying to sell, we don't want, right? Hard Right says, so correct. Yeah, I appreciate you. How your daddy doing, Hard Right? Even they both are smart. Most of the guys in here are smart. Real men and women stand up for Trump. They love America. That's why you see the flag. The Democrats hate America. That's why you don't see no flags. The Democrats never would say America first. They believe in foreigners first, right? They treated America like the doormat to the world, right? Look at what's been going on. Boy, I tell you, man, they don't have anything for us though, right? That's the thing about it, boy. Stewart says Democrats hate billionaires until they are paid by billionaires like George Soros to create chaos in the streets. And you know, you are 100% correct, though, Stewart, and I'm going to put that up there because this is exactly what they believe and what they are. Look at that. I want y'all to read what Stewart had to say, right? These are some pretty smart people in this room, man. That's what it is, man. Look how smart they is. Coconuts Are Real saying, Agnes, I think I didn't as well. Sorry about that. Notice you weren't blocked or timed out, you know? Yep. And things. Who's that for? Agnes? Yeah. And like I said, though, We already had that conversation though, so nobody should be getting banned and nothing like that. Unless if you're acting stupid, that's something different. Boy, I tell you, yep, look at this. A lot of these people over here are just sad they can't defeat us, let alone me, right? I troll them better than they control me. That's why I make them look stupid. I make them look sad, beta male included, boy. They be wham like a little crybaby, boy. Look at them. Oh, boy, this is the one that made me famous, boy. You know what I'm saying? Black Guy 9 says, Tony, I was going on is guys making comments and not being specific and getting timed out. Okay. Yeah, don't, like I said, you ain't got to even do that. You guys ain't got to time nobody. When you time somebody out, if they're making a threat or they are just cussing, being disrespectful, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because trying to get them to answer your questions, Black Guy 9, it would never win. That's why I told you it's a tactic that they have been taught. They say don't answer the questions from the right at all. They're gonna throw up these statements, right? And when they throw them up, or they're gonna ask you, keep bombarding you with a question, right? Until you tap out or don't know the answer. This is a gotcha moment. You guys got to know the tactics, right? That's what they do. And that's why we don't need to hear what they have to say, right? We got the upper hand, right? We don't have to concede to them. They are the ones. Their party is trash. That's why they coming in here. Nobody listens to them talking about this old crazy stuff, all this stuff. Oh, he's a pedo. Oh, he's an Uncle Ruckus. I've been called much worse. I'm still here, right? I'm still standing better than I ever did. Feeling like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Yeah, boy. I'm still standing after all this time, right? Yeah, y'all know, boy, I tell you, man, don't let me start coming up here with your boy now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, man. You know, Rocket Man and all the rest of that stuff. Y'all know. Elton John, boy, you know. I don't know about Rocket Man, though. I ain't going to sing that song. You know what that is. You know, I'm unclear when he said, I'm not the man they think I am at home. I am a rock it man. Yeah, you know, we already know, right? That's why I don't really say Rocket Man, you know. Sorry, I'm not going to sing that one. Even though it's a good song, but you know. Boy, I tell y'all, man. Yep, so Coconuts is telling you guys, stop with the racist comments. Who's doing the racist comments? Call them out. Who's doing it? Who's doing the racist comments? Let me see. A dumb dim said to me, gender and sex are different. Yeah. Because if they're going to get racist, we won't tolerate the Nigger or the Nigga. Either or will not be tolerated, right? May I remind them again? Hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and put a shot. Let me go ahead and put the trolls, attention to the trolls.
Attention all trolls. Please refrain from using harsh language and threats of violence. All violators will be blocked from the chat. Thank you very much, Chandria.
All right. So thank you, Chandria. Thank you, Chandria, once again. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, though. So, yeah. If they're coming in here being disrespectful, I'm talking about racial type of off-color remarks and stuff, because we know how the Dems, anybody that disagrees with them, they act like spoiled children. I have proven that every single time I go live, right? It really is. They don't like you to go against Trump. They don't want you, and we don't care what they're talking about, right? It's all about us, right? Boy, I tell you, Lou Hawk Art, a good coon. Now, what I meant to say about a coon, right, is Lou Hawk Art, because Lou Hawk Art claimed to be a Republican. But what it really is, like I told you before, anybody that is a Republican that don't like Trump is what we call this is a modern day sellout, because it doesn't make any sense. None of these so-called, what we call, man, it's just still terrible, man. But none of these, what we call rhinos, right? These rhinos, so he's going to sit up here and say that he liked the Bushes. You know the Bushes were rhinos, flat out. They were rhinos. And see, the thing about it, Lou Hawk, I allowed you to come in this room and you can have a disagreement. But when you start throwing the coon word around, you know I already got you, brother. And so I told y'all this before. I'm going to say it again. Who are the most racist? Black people are. Because anytime a black person can call another black person a coon, you know, the narrative goes against what they're trying to sell us. Because he's also saying, if you ain't saying what he wants you to say or the people that he like, he going to call you a coon, right? For me anyway. Others, he may have other things, other words, you know. Black people are the most racist people on earth. They don't like you. They don't like white people. They don't like other people. They don't like anybody that's doing better than them. That's a fact, man. And this is what we're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen. Blacks are the most racist on the planet, man. Oh, we got Siamese, what's this, stormtrooper here. It says, Nick, LOL, you probably think Democrats feed slaves and right. I remember Siamese, man, shout out to Siamese stormtrooper, man. I remember him. Right? Because the only people that should be getting banned out of here once again are people that are not following the rules. I'm talking about using these racial, because really by rights, by rights though, Lou Hawk art, and this is one of my rules though. And I bet not ever hear you call me a coon or the N-word ever again. You better choose a choice of wording. If you want to deal with me and debate with me, then come on. But don't sit up here and act like you all high and mighty and stuff, because you ain't never been saying nothing. You've been slick dissing the whole time you in here. Remember I told you this before? You too damn old and grown for this though, man. All ashy and everything. You are too damn old and grown though, you know. You come in here all the time anyway. You may as well be civil. You know what I'm saying? Not one time I called you out your name. Hey, Damage. You got Damage in the house. I never called you out your name one time. But you could call me out my name. All because I voted for Trump. All because I wear a Trump hat that says MAGA, right? Brother, you are the true sellout. Because you should be able to respect each other, even though we don't have to agree with each other on everything. That's like me saying I support the Lions. Wherever you from, that's fine. You mean to tell me that you got a problem with me because I support the Lions? That's how same thing when it comes down to politics. But the step further is, if these people are winning and they winning championships, and that's what Trump is doing, he's been winning championships, right, with the people in this country. And you want to sit up in here, and these people hate people that win championships. You got people that don't like the New England Patriots. They win too much. I don't like them. It don't make any sense. I like anybody that can challenge another group and constantly win. It don't make any sense. And that's what Lou Hawk is doing. That's what he's doing. He's saying, skip that. I don't want to hear another cool word come out your mouth. And I only allowed you to be in here. You know what I'm saying? Because all the mods got to do, they could have really timed you out. You know, you've been lenient, man. I've been lenient too. Didn't I say it? Lou Hawk art. I kept Lou Hawk art. I kept the mods off your behind. They could have been got you up out of here, Lou Hawk art. It was me. But you never brought anything of substance to challenge what I was saying. You didn't give me no pushback. Like the most of them in this room, what do? They just go up here and call somebody out their name. I don't call these people out. They come from me. I don't come from them. And whoever that other dude is, acting like I came for him. When you come from me, be prepared. Be able to take the backlash, because I'm going to clown you. I got the show. I got the upper hand. I got the sound effects. All you got is typing words. I would be cool. If you don't want that spotlight, shut the F up or go to another channel. It's just that simple. You ain't got to be over here you ain't winning nothing with the people in this room, right? That's the thing about it. So there that is, though, man. I don't want to hear another coon. I can handle Uncle Ruckus. That's not as bad. I can deal with Uncle Ruckus. But a coon is as bad as being called an N-I-double-G-A or an N-I-double-G ER. Those are bad, man. We can't even get past that as so-called black folk. They still got to throw each other, still calling each other the N-word. And then they want everybody else to respect them and stuff. It don't even make any sense. Stop using the word. That's what I'm saying. Shoot. I'm over here. We over here having a good time, though. If it's the blue wave, you want to vote Democrat, we ain't stopping you. I ain't calling you an idiot and a moron. When you start calling me names, be prepared for the backlash that come with it. That's all I'm saying. So you better be prepared to stand on that, because I'm going to challenge you on that. Straight like that. Deontay Rant Rage. And you guys should check out Deontay Rant Rage speak, I'm very engaged with the people in the comments, though. I really am. Look at this. And this is his show here. He's also a MAGA Trump supporter. He has his channel and everything. And I want you guys to check this out, man, when you have time. Check this out, right? There it is. Boy, I tell you, man, I got to get on out of here, guys. You guys have been great, man, coming in the show. Boy, we got 105 likes. Boy, we are killing it, though. Boy, we are killing it. And I want to give a shout out to my wonderful mods that we have here, starting with Black Guy 9, Coconuts Are Real, Stewart 2024, Denise Farmer, right? We also have, let me see here, who else? Let me see here. I got my other military guy. Man, I'm going to have to get him back on here too. Shoot. I think I put him, man, I'm sorry. What's his name? Something Sergeant. Man, I knew, oh, man. I get it taken care of, man. Got to remind myself, man. God darn it. All right, it's all good. Yep, because he's a military guy, right? Yeah, I got to get him back on here. God dang it. All right, well, in any event, I ain't going to worry about it. I get him back on here. It ain't like I can't. We got Man USA 1. That's another one, right? Boy, I tell you, man. And for you other returning guests, man, if you like my content, share it with other people. Please subscribe. And those that have subscribed, I thank you as well, too, for being part of something great. I am your host once again, Tony Love, with Some Random Guy Speaks, where I troll the trolls when they come in here. I look at the comments off and on. We talk about other things. Why did they hate and things like that? So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. We want to save the republic, which is America that we all live in, and we will not kowtow. We will not bend the knee. We are not going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to snuff out this communist thing. We're going to take it down, right, one step at a time, man. And that's how we're going to do it. Damich, man, I appreciate you. What do you say? Democrats have a bad policy that help illegals, but they have put their foot in their mouth. They really have. That's why people have leave. Man, was it Chevron, ladies and gentlemen? Before I go, Chevron is leaving. They're actually transferring. They're going to probably go to Texas somewhere. But Chevron is leaving California. You see all these businesses? The Dems can't rule. I mean, not rule, but they cannot govern nothing, right? They can't even budget when it come down to money, man. Look at all of the fraud out of California alone, man. It's like what Diamond said. They put their foot in their own mouth, ladies and gentlemen. And we just show the receipts and we clown on them. That's why these clowns that come up in here talking all this ish, they don't have nothing for us whatsoever. And I appreciate you respecting the house, though, Lou Hawk Art. That's all I'm saying, though. Yeah, you know damn well I never called you out your name one time. And I remember, everybody can tell you, my mods can tell you, I never came from you and called you the N-word. I never called you a coon because you don't like Trump. I never did that to you. I don't do that to any of these guys. They come from me, right? What am I supposed to do? I ain't one of those. I'm not this, you know what I'm saying? California is the 5th largest economy. Yeah, say something, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Stewart, 2024, Hillary Clinton was born with a silver foot in her mouth. Yeah, that's about right, too. Hillary Rodman Clinton, right? I tell you, man. Yeah, let me see here. Oh, yeah, we got Randy. Oh, Randy. He's so Randy. Randy, you so Randy. You know what I'm saying? We got that Ohio shirt on, man, you know. How us Michigan people are supposed to get behind that? Boy, you got that Ohio shirt. Take it off. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, though, man. They get real sensitive when they thinking I'm serious, though, man. I'm just joking with you, man. You can have your Ohio shirt on. Yeah, Censored Sergeant. I got to get him back on here, man. Remind me, man, the USA one, man. Matter of fact, I can do that now. Because Censored Sergeant, because I've been cleaning house with the mod stuff. So some may have gotten scrubbed by accident. But Censored Sergeant. Is he in the room? It's Censored Sergeant. It's Censored Sergeant. If you in the room, man, pop up in here because it make my job easier to make you a mod again. Where he at? Is Censored Sergeant in here? Because I may have scrubbed him too by accident. Mistakes do happen, though. I may not catch it all. Is he in here, man? USA 1. Where's Censored Sergeant at, man? Censored Sergeant, sir. I'm going to take care of this, man. Censored Sergeant. Yeah, Bud Russell is in the house. Yep. Boy, we got our military people in here, man. Who goes to bat for the military? I do. The Dems can't stand the military people. Anybody that obey Trump, anybody that followed the rules of Trump, our greatest president we ever had, man, Donald J. Trump, the commander-in-chief of the free world, man, which is America. Let me see here. Okay, if he's not in here, though, okay, that's fine. I'm going to pull him up. Censored Sergeant, you know. Yes, all good. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah, guys, man, we get on here and roasted these people, boy. I was trying to find him, but that's okay, though. This is part of my show here that I got showing. Yeah, Censored Sergeant, yeah. Censored the Sarge, you know. I'll make sure I get it taken care of, though. I really would. Yep, I really will. You know, I get that taken care of. And I thank you guys for showing up and showing out, man. We really have doing it, man. We almost had 110 likes, though, man. I tell you, man. I tell you, it's a beautiful thing, though, you know. But other than that, Lou Hawk, you all right with me, man. I mean, you know, we can have a difference of opinion. I'm still your brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm all of you guys brothers. Even though you come from another mother, you still my brother, you know? My brother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me see here. Let me see, I don't think so, T. Okay, yeah, I don't think he's in here. All right, I don't think he's in here, though. California received the most benefits, SNAP benefits, more than $1 billion in a month. Okay, California received, wow. $174.5 billion in federal aid. May have remember seeing something like that too. We gotta go on and post it. This is the reason what Bud Russell posted here, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we have to take them down once and for all. When we get the SAVE Act in there, they won't be able to cheat anymore. Their legacy of these Democrat party, they don't have a party no more. We won't ever have them in power ever again. They already know what they want to do. We're going to make sure the Democrat Party must be destroyed because it's no good. It doesn't serve the people. It serves them and the criminals. That's what it serves, right? Everything else is an illusion. When you think that this party cares about you, I got the bridge to sell you. In fact, I can sell you with the Great Wall of China, straight like that. Mm-hmm. Right, I'm saying. Y'all over here talking about some ivermectin. I got it at home, though, boy. I got some ivermectin. I'm over here looking at it right on my desk right now. Yep, ivermectin, boy. Ivermectin, you know. Was the diarrhea parasites from reflecting pool, blah, blah, blah. Randy, you so Randy. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm Randy, you know. Yeah, you feeling Randy. Oh, man, what is this, Austin Powers, you know? Yeah, I don't like the name Randy, man. I don't want to be called Randy because I'll be thinking about something like that. I'm so Randy. Oh my goodness, man. Why? No. Okay. What was that? No introductions needed. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello back to you. No introductions needed. I like that name. Okay. Robert says I just blocked all the libtards and bots. Yeah, libtards and bots. Libtards and bots. You know, like I said before. I don't want a echo chamber, right? Because that's what they do on the left. That's why I had that problem with this rogue mod. You know what I'm saying, Robert? I had a rogue mod. He wasn't blocking people on the left. He was blocking people on the right because he was working for the left. But he came in here as a poser, right? He took advantage of my good graces, right? I opened up my house. I opened up my doors. I said, come over here and sit on my couch, man, so we can have a conversation, man. And what did they do? He did the opposite. It was trying to hurt me and banning good people. I had to unban so many people, man. If y'all would have looked at that ban list, man, nobody banned this many people, man. And we know the majority of it was coming, or I say it was a certain group of people that did not deserve to be banned. We're talking about people that supported Trump. Mr. Booski, and they ran Mr. Booski. I had to talk to Mr. Booski. Is Mr. Booski in here? Mr. Booski, you in here, man? I talked to Mr. Booski early. I said, I will lift the ban off you, Mr. Booski, which I did. I said, Mr. Booski, you can come right back over here, man. He sure did. I saw him on the ban list, right? I said, my gosh. So I got you together, Mr. Booski. That will never happen again. Mr. Booski, shout out to Mr. Booski. Mr. Booski also brought in, what is it? He actually interacted with people, brought up some very interesting points. I never seen Mr. Booski act, never went off on anybody, never called anybody out their name, never been disrespectful, right? Just like I open up my house to a lot of people and stuff, even the people over here on the left. But they are the ones that crash out, ladies and gentlemen. You see it right here in the comments. I never called them an NIWGA. Even for the brothers, I never did that type of stuff. Because I'm thinking, like, if I can show you kindness, I can show you respect, maybe you'll do it, vice versa, throw it back at me. But no, you do exactly what many of these libtards do, right? And this is the stuff that gets you banned, get you blocked, get you timed out, Have respect for the host, for Christ's sakes. If you don't agree, that's fine. But you should be able to articulate right here in the comments. I gave you an opportunity. I asked, Mr. Booski is fine. Yeah, I talked to him. Is he in the room, Denise Farmer? I'm just curious. Because Mr. Booski, he was rolling with me for quite some time. I like Mr. Booski. There's a few others, though, that roll with me. Mr. Booski ain't never came for nobody. He told me he got blocked 3 days ago. I said, oh, my goodness. I had to crack down. I had to crack down, man. You know what I'm saying? When you blocked Mr. Booski, I didn't think he was in here. But I told him, I don't want you to feel any kind of way. He told me, thank you. He said, thank you for looking into this and stuff. Because he said, I made a comments about supporting Trump. Why am I on a Trump supporter? Tell me, how do I get blocked for supporting Trump? Huh? That's the thing about that. Boy, it don't make no sense. So we know that we have a mod, Joe Mama, many others. That's why I got Joe Mama. He's over there watching in the background. He said, he brought it to my attention. He said, you got a mod over here that's running rogue. He's over here blocking people that shouldn't be blocked. You may want to look into this. Other people's, right? Saying the same thing. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, fire sale. I had to basically do it. Now, I ain't really do a fire sale, man, because that means I would have got rid of everybody. I wasn't going to do that. A hacker term, though, but I just equated it to what I'm talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Booski, man. Mr. Booski, man. Yep, Joe Mama. I know you hear Joe Mama. I was telling him, man, because you don't see Joe Mama, don't mean that he's not here, right? He brought it to my attention. Joe Mama, I had to purge a lot of accounts. Remember I told you I was going to do that? Because I don't want people over here being blocked. For silly things like, Mr. Booski, Joe Mama, he was saying how he got banned. He told me 3 days ago. I looked under the video because he pulled up on the video. He made a comment in the video. And I watched the video. You know what I'm saying? It shows you. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I got this thing taken care of, man, and battened down, though. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, infiltrated. Yeah, I mean, you could probably say that, but it's all good, though. I think I got it nipped in the bud now, though, you know, because that's the thing about it, though. That person won't run rogue anymore. Mm-hmm. Because what they don't realize is that because you come in on the channel, you don't announce yourself a lot, but I know Joe Mama is there. Not y'all mama, but Joe Mama. Omega, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. Joe Mama says, I've been here warning them new mods to stop banning. Yeah, I know what you're saying, though, man. And was there, let me ask you this, though, Joe Mama, was there one or was there more of the mods, though? And if you want, we can talk offline or whatever about it, because, like I said, I'm really curious, though, man. Because, you know, I opened up my doors and gave the mod wrench, man, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it's just sad, though, man, you know? It's really, really sad. They were interrupting, getting good people off. I mean, people were coming to me, commenting, I don't follow you no more because one of your mods banned me or blocked me. I said, what did they do? I was just agreeing with a statement or making a statement about Trump and everything. And I said, only a real hater would do that is people on the left, right? Thinking that they can hurt me, right? And that's what they were trying to do, man. That's what they're trying to do. And I appreciate you, Joe Mama, you know what I'm saying? Because Joe Mama really don't even have to do this, you know? So don't think because people in here, they ain't watching, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. This is crap. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like you said, though, yeah, Don Mitch, you know? I know Don Mitch is about it, though, too, man. I remember when Don Mitch came in here, man. Don Mitch super chatted me many times, man. He's a member, right? Look at this, right? You want to show some loyalty, become a member. That way you ain't got to go through all this. I would. Shoot. First Amendment mod. Yeah, okay. First Amendment. Okay. Yeah, I got him out of there. Okay. It was First Amendment. I appreciate you, though, man. Hold on for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. All right. I was looking for that. I appreciate it, though, man. I really, because, you know, I don't catch everything. I meant to have, man. I appreciate it. This is going to, I mean, where's my notes at? Hold on for a minute. Go ahead and get this over here. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead on it. Yeah, First Amendment. Okay, gotcha. He was over here blocking people. Okay. All right, so he was over here blocking people. Let me see where my mod thing at. That's what I had to figure out. I had to hunt down and find out who is the actual mole. Boy, I sound like the DOJ, man. What is this? What is this, Cash Patel? Hold on for a minute. All right. The mods. Let me see here. First Amendment. I remember that guy in here, too. Was blocking Trump supporters. All right. All right. There we go. I got that on my list. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it, though, Joe Mama, man. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Was he the only one? Let me see here. That's from a combat vet. Fine, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Joe Mama is a combat vet. I remember that, too. Shout out to Joe Mama, though. Right. Don't time anyone out. Remove or warn them in 10 minutes. Yep. There you go. That's how you do it. Yep. If y'all follow what Joe Mama said, and I've been a mod myself, only time I ban people if it's got to be really, really serious. And as I said before, if they're up here actually threatening people, I got to get Sergeant, you know what I'm talking about, Critical. So I got to get him back on here too, man. But that's no problem. I got his. So I'm gonna get him back on here as well. But yeah, man, that's the thing about it. Okay, so I won't time out no more than 10 minutes is fine. Yeah, 10 minutes is fine. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else is just too extreme, you know? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to make it like an echo chamber in here. Remember, we ain't the ones that's running. We don't have to shut them down unless if they're being really, really, I'm talking about threatening. You may remember the ones that people made threats, where you live at a month to come through, I'm going to pull up and all this other stuff. If they talking that kind of crap, that kind of language, then, you know, by all means, you know. But I appreciate it, though, you know. Yeah. That's what we got to do. We got to look out for each other and stuff. We can't have them running rampant and running loose. But at the same time, though, you're a mod. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just trying to find that one at. Let me see here. Let me see here. Looking at that. But yeah, guys, man, we had a great one. I think this has been another knock 'em out the park thing, though, man. That's why I say I never really accused anybody because I didn't really know. I knew Joe Mama knew, though, because he's watching the chat more than I am, right? He's watching. He can watch that chat because I'm trying to run a show and everything. It's a little hard, and they took advantage of that, man. Got you, Tony. Yeah, Diamond, you all right with me? All y'all all right with me? Coconuts are real. You guys are all right with me, man. You guys are Black Guy 9. You guys are all right with me, man. Of course, Denise, Denise Farmer, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the ladies, though. I miss Tanya Zimmer. Those are my ladies right there, You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got them now, so we found out who the mole is. And Don Mitch, I appreciate you, though, sir, man. That's what's up, man. That's why I say Don Mitch, Don Mitch, man, he's always been riding. He's always been my ride or die, man, as well, too. I salute him. In fact, let me go ahead and do my other thing, though. He says here, beer and coffee for my man. I appreciate it, though, Don Mitch. I'm going to definitely take you up on that offer, though, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Where my horn at? There you go. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, Damicia, I appreciate you, though. This is how you know when somebody is rocking with you for real. Because they all knew I never came for nobody. I don't be threatening people. I'll tease them and have fun with them, but I've never been that type of guy. Coconuts Are Real says, Tony, I had a problem with what you had to do. What you mean you had a problem with what I had to do? Go ahead. Tell me, though, Coconuts Are Real before I go. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm waiting over here for Coconuts Are Real. And Black Guy 9 says, don't get it twisted, chat. Talk that ish. You're still out of here. All right. Yeah, exactly. Right? I had no idea. Oh, you didn't know? I didn't really break it down with you, Coconuts Are Real. I kind of mentioned some things because I had to find out who the mole is. I knew that Joe Mama knew. And I said when I was going to have another thing, Joe Mama already knew who it was because he watched the chat better than I do. When I'm trying to do the show and everything, that's when we create mods to do it for me. Right? So that's all good. Yep, it's all good. I said I had no problem with you. Oh, okay. I know you never did, though, Coconuts Are Real. I never accused anybody either, right? But I had to be sure who it was. But, yeah, I appreciate you always, though. You come in, you support the thing. You, Black Guy 9, so many of you, Stewart 2004. He was an actual member. He gave me a super chat and all the other stuff. Not saying that because you rock with me because of super chat, but you guys know who you are. Who's the mole? He said wait a moment. The mole is actually the First Amendment. He was in here before. I remember that. First Amendment. He said that he's the mole. Because Joe Mama watched the chat. He's a stickler on detail and information, though. I treat Joe Mama like E.F. Hutton. When he speaks, I listen. When he put me up on stuff, I be listening. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys, though, Yep. Yeah, so that's who the mole, he said who it is. So now that we found the mole, ladies and gentlemen, it's all good. But, yeah, he said speaking to the mic. I thought I was doing that the whole time. I might have moved a little bit. Sorry about that. I might have moved a little bit. See, when I go out, this is one of those dynamic mics, like what they use over here. Great for podcasts. When I walk away from it, you hear I start to sound faint. So, yeah, I apologize for that. All right, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow, man. And therefore, I can start adding people back on the list. Certain people, anyway. Right? MAGA forever. You got that right, Black Guy 9. Right? Stewart 2004 says I can smell icebergs when they are close. Yeah, you're right about that, though. I know it's, Titanic crash. You got that right. I know where you're making that reference. Hard right, man. How is your daddy, you and your daddy, man? I hope I was cracking y'all up today. We talked about these out of control libtards on the left, man, how crazy they were. Coconuts Are Real says MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Boy, I tell you. We see here, Timothy Travis says, what's your solution to making America great again? Here's my solution, though. Let me go ahead and post this up so everybody can see, right? Our solution is making sure that we win those midterms, right? Because we already got a president and got better policy. I don't need to have to come up with policy. He got everything figured out, right? That's all we need to do is get out and vote, right? We're going to vote. We're going to go MAGA all the way. We go MAGA, we go nothing, right? And right now we have the advantage. The Democrat Party is in the process of being destroyed. They're infighting amongst each other. The commies have taken over their party and things. This is a wonderful gift given to us by God, man. And we're going to take a full advantage of it, right? We're going to take full advantage of it, right? Because when we take over the House and Senate and get that American Save Act passed beforehand, it's already been passed through the House. We just got to get it through the Senate, right? And there's ways that we can get the Save Act passed, right? We got Mitch McConnell on life support, whatever that's going on with him. Unfortunately, Graham, you already know to his demise, But at any event, we can have some seats that can possibly open up. This is a wonderful time to be MAGA right now. It's a wonderful time for America First agendas, right? Everything we talk about in this room is America First. We're not talking about any other country. We are no longer the world doormat, right? We're going to get Mondummy out of there. We're going to get all of them out of there. We're going to get AOC out of there. She's history, low IQ self. Skamala Harris, none of them have a chance. Gavin Knucklehead Newsom. Whoever they try to put on, we're going to destroy them in the debate. 2028, we got that ASS covered, man. We sure do. They don't have nobody. They're a rudderless ship. They have no leadership, right? They just aimlessly in the sea, fighting over who's going to be the captain, right? Well, we already have a captain already that have delivered to the American people like never before, and that's Donald J. Trump, the greatest president that we have ever had in our lifetime, man. And that's what I salute him. I salute the military, boy. I tell you, man. Hold on for a minute. I salute the military, right? We talking about people that have protected this country, right? And y'all that are military vets, y'all deserve that. Whether you're a combat vet or in the Air Force, Marines, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We stick up for the red, the white, and the blue. You could be a conservative, you could be a moderate, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be a liberal. If you care about America, that's all that matters, right? If you care about America, stand up for America, right? And America will stand up for you, right? This is what it's all about. We ain't got no other place to go. What other home we got? Where other country we can go to where we can have our shotgun, our 12 gauge, or our Eagle, or our Desert Eagles? Y'all know the AR-15s, right? And all the rest of them, right? Ain't no other country gonna allow you to have them. We have more guns here in America. I already did it. I already pulled up that chart before. Do you realize how powerful America really is with the American citizen alone? There's not a amount of weaponry that we can have. We have this is what makes America so great. The gun is a insurance policy, right? Not only for it to protect, but it gives us leverage. Therefore, we ain't got to worry about somebody trying to invade America. God rest their soul, trying to invade America with force. They will be met with extreme prejudice, right? And it will not stop, right? And they don't want them problems. Even the Chinese, they don't want them problems. They were trying to invade within, but Trump done stopped the hemorrhaging. We know where the sleeper cells are. We know where these red agents are. people that mean to hurt us. Look at what's been happening, right? Since Trump have Space Force, he have the God eyes in the sky. He's able to see, track where they going. That's how they've been stopping everything, right? We've been had this technology, right? But this is what's coming up. They foiled those plans over there with those Arabs in Dearborn, how they were going to go out there in the suburb of Detroit and blow up over there. They stopped them cold and dead in their tracks, right? That guy that went over there to that synagogue over there and shot up, and luckily nothing seriously happened, though. You know what I'm saying? But that guy is no longer, I think he turned the gun on himself, right? And then you have other incidents around America, right, where it's been stopped and foiled, you know. I think our men and women of the DOJ, FBI, they are doing a wonderful job. They are out in the field doing real arrests, doing real criminal surveillance and investigation. They've been doing real things, going after these drug enforced illegals and gang members and everything like that. They've been rounding them up, right, shipping them out. This is how America is supposed to operate. And you want to sit up here and tell me I don't like Trump because what he had to say. That's stupid. That don't even make no sense, though. And I appreciate you guys for rocking with your boy, where I always keep it real, man. I always tell the truth, right? This is not about being a fancy politician. We didn't vote for Trump about that. He is a true outsider, and he's a true American where he loved this country, right? He didn't have to do it. If it wasn't for him, we'll be in the worst way. I don't care what you say. We will be in the worst way, right? We got people out there that hate America. You got privileges now. You want to test it? Shoot. Because once again, we have Trump. We have a leader of the first world that got our military back in shape, got rid of all these fairy boys and queers and weirdos and freaks, right? Abomination. Men wearing cross-dressing freaks. Got rid of all that stuff, right? We don't have to adhere to binary. You would have been still talking about he, she, and it, and they. You would have still been talking that crap if it wasn't for Trump, right? You would have still been pushing race critical, just critical race theory stuff. That stuff would have still been taught in the school systems. They'll be still telling your children, getting stories read by drag queen and all the rest of this type of stuff. This stuff don't make any sense. We don't want it in our schools. Your children, we don't want that stuff. They were trying to, you see what I'm saying? Trump administration has won. We don't have to deal with that stuff no more. You can say sissy, right? You can say all these things because America, free speech, right? They were trying to put them in a special category, which is victimhood, right? And now that it has failed, that way they can go back in their community and do what fairy people do. I'm not against, do your thing. Do you. We just don't want to pay for your operations. That wasn't fair for taxpayers to have to do that. Trump stopped that, remember? They were trying to get taxpayers to pay for their pre-ops and all this other stuff. No, we are not going to pay for your stuff. You want it done, you pay for it out your own pocket. This is a free world capitalism. Come up with the money, get it from your boyfriend, lover, and other, and pay for it yourself. We're not going to pay for it. We're not going to deal with any of that stuff no more. We won. Go woke, go broke, right? And that's what ABC and Disney is finding out, right? I don't think they're really finding out. They're still pushing agendas. They coming after Snoop Dogg. Can y'all believe that? They're still coming after Snoop Dogg. All because he didn't want his grandchildren to go to a movie and watch some old movie. You know what I'm saying? One of these old, you already know, woke-ass movies, right? They destroyed Supergirl. I'm not going to watch Supergirl at all, right? They destroyed Snow White. I think she's back out there working in fast food somewhere, right? As she should. If you can't keep your big mouth shut, instead of trying to push all this woke stuff, all this feminism, women stuff, man, people ain't going to pay to see that crap. They said it was one of the worst movies. That's Snow White. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all got little children that you try to go see. They got a whole political rant about her and what she don't like. And I don't want to be the damsel in distress. Well, get your ass out there and do your own thing then, right? Many of them, they had to be a man for one day, man. If I had an abracadabra before I go, if I had a magic wand, man, if I had my power to change these feminist women and have them to be a man for one day, how many of those women wouldn't be able to take it no more? They would lose their forever mind. Because we already know it ain't easy being no man. Easier being a woman than it is a man. You know? We ain't got no safety nets. We have to get out here and make something of ourselves. We got to get out here and build. We just got to get out here and take it, right? You can't get away with being a man saying things to another man. That'll get you a punch in the jaw, right? Or get knocked out. But these women, they have it so good. I'm a woman. You can't hit me. You can't do this to me, right? You don't know what it's like being a man. Man, if I was running around there doing that, somebody would have been knocked the trash out my mouth. Men, we don't do that. We know the threat of violence is real, right? Talking about all this ish and that, how they got it so hard. Who has it hard is men that have to go out here. They have to deal with stuff, right? We have to get up there. You know how people that's making the bucks up on these gurneys, right? On these high rises and stuff, all working off of the offshore, you know, doing the drilling and stuff. They make it like it's so easy. That is not no easy work. Driving a jackhammer, right? Men does the most dangerous jobs on earth. Facts. That's why we done civilized the whole world. First world stuff that we're dealing with today. And I'm talking about this feminist group. That's who I'm talking to. See, real conservative women are feminine. They don't have no problem with that. They say, shit, I marry. They say, shit, I marry a man. I get my protection, get provided for, take care of the kids, love the house. It's just that simple. But, you know, with these feminine, short hair, different color hair, piercings and stuff, running their mouth, acting tough, acting like a man, they sit behind a cage, ladies and gentlemen. They sit behind, like at the zoo, making faces at the men and all this other stuff until that cage ever opens up, and it's a wrap, right? They don't realize how protected they really are. Anybody have sense would know this, but they never do. That's why I had to bang on them a little bit, right? This is bullshit, man. This is crap. You know what I'm saying? And some of the same ones come in this room, man, talking all this stuff, man. All right, Stuart, he said, Omar, I'm out of here. Okay, that's cool. I'm about to shut it down myself, man. But man, I had to rant on that, man. You guys have been great, man. Had to get in there behind on my closing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the liberals, man, they are in serious trouble. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise, right? The liberals are in serious trouble, man. Let me say, Diamond says the Golden Dome will be operational to not so enough as a deterrent. Yeah, I remember about the Trump and the Golden Dome. Israel's supposed to have it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, though, too, about the Golden Dome. Yeah, Exodus says MAGA. Yeah, like that. Joe Mama says, did you miss the effing message, man, USA 1? Oh, man, who did you, man. Who did you, what's going on, Joe? Oh, my goodness. Man, what you do? What you do, man? Hold on for a minute. Joe Mama is calling you out, man. What you do? Talk to me. What you do? Timothy, that was second time today that you called everyone in the chat dishonorable. This is not a third 24 hours come next time. Let me see here. He's talking about Timothy. Okay, wait a moment. Did you time Timothy out for 10 minutes? Because we all had it agreed that all the mods are going to do that first time. Apparently not. Joe Mama, what message? She said stop banning people. Hey, are you banning people? Let's see here. Let's see. We got here Howard. Okay, I didn't ban him. I timed him out for repeating insults. I am timed out. What you said, I guess not. Glenn, you timed out. You say, guess not. Right. Don't do it. Cussing and racism only. It's just that simple. Cussing and racism only. Like I've been saying, right? Cussing and racism only. All these other little stuff we can take. But when you're using words, you guys know what stuff that we talking about that's racist. That go for both sides, though. People coming off here, calling people out their name, using racial slurs. We already said one of the one, NIWGA, NIGGER, and all the rest of them, right? Cussing, F-bombs, F this, F that, you mother and father, kiss my, you old, you know what I'm saying? Because, again, it goes against the terms of YouTube. Okay, fine by me, but I won't, okay, but I will not be called dishonorable. Let me see here. Diamond says CDL license for all qualified vets. Yes, making America great, even greater. You right about that, though, Diamond. You right about that. Joe Mama says it's the internet, honey bun. You will survive. Yeah, don't let these people get in your feelings, though, man, USA 1. It ain't that serious. Yeah, they ain't got to do all that, man. You have the blue wrench, sir. You have the upper advantage, just like I do, right? We ain't got to be, I'm not that butthurt like that. Denise says, Joe Mama, didn't Tony also include disrespect to him, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing about that, though. I'm glad you brought that up, Denise. I can handle certain type of words, but like I said, what's the one that I said before they like to use a lot? Uncle Ruckus is okay. They'll use step and fetch it. Stuff like that don't hurt me. What they start using like racial things, calling me, now they're going to call me stupid and dumb. I can handle that. Stupid and dumb and moron don't bother me. That's the words that they got from the left at all. That don't bother me. But the racial stuff, the severe cussing, right? I did say originally about insulting the host, but it ain't that serious though, too, because I won't have anybody left. You know what I'm saying? I tried that before. My numbers went down, right? Joe Mama says remove them with a warning, right? And don't forget threats, right? Exactly. Threats of violence, right? Threats of violence. Exodus says the GOAT. Exactly, Hard Right says, when we got nothing to prove, your party is on the run. Right? Exactly. We ain't got nothing to prove. They're the party. They're the ones. They got to come in here. They don't even do a good job of defending. Okay. Keep reading. Let me see here. I said keep reading. Man, USA 1. Let me see here. Okay, Bud Russell, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Bud Russell says Biden holds the record number for farmers went bankrupt. Yeah, you got that right, Bud Russell. He was purposely trying to bankrupt the farmers. Trump loved the farmers. Joe Mama says Tony's a big boy, right? That's how we met. That's how we met. Trolling other channels. Yep. That's how we met. Because I get on here and trolling other channels, man. I can handle trolls. That ain't no problem to me, man. And he know it. Joe Mama know it. You guys know it. Because they don't have anything. Oh, yeah, there you are, Census Sergeant. Hold on for a minute. We got Census Sergeant. Hold on for a minute, Census Sergeant. I made a mistake and blocked you too. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Stay right there. Stay right there, Census Sergeant. Hold on for a minute. Give me one moment here. Let me pull up my room again. I was waiting on him to show back up because I was talking about you earlier. Census Sergeant, hold on for a minute. Hold on for one moment, man. Let me go ahead and pull up my channel here before I go. Man, I'm glad I've waited. I'm trying to wait around here for you. Hold on for a minute. I'm hitting the wrong one, man. Where is it? Where's my search field at? Nope, that's not what it is. This is right here. Let me go ahead and back this up a little bit. Census Sergeant. All right, nope. That's my friend right there. Nope. Hold on for a minute, guys. Let me go ahead and pull my thing back up. Some random guy speaks. All right, let's take a look at it here. Census Sergeant. Yeah, okay. Let me get you back up on the wrench. I was waiting on you to show up, Census Sergeant. Sorry about that. All right, hold on for one moment. I tried because it was, I actually, you ain't the only one, but it's all good. I'm going to set you back up. There you go. All right, you got your moderation privileges again. Give me one moment, guys, though. I got to take care of one thing here first. Let me see here. Hold on for a minute. Did I miss anybody else? All right. All right. Hold on for a minute, guys. Did I miss anybody else? Give me one moment. Got to use the restroom. Yep. Hold on for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Let me go ahead and let my little break thing there. I said I want to put a little something up here, and I'm up for break. Yeah, but other than that, though, guys, as we about to come to a close and stuff, man. Yeah, there's now I got some normalcy. Looking more normal now, right? Normancy. Boy, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see here. Stewart says California, right? Right. Deficit. It's $35 billion. From Democrat idiocracy. Yeah, they some idiots. They supply, right? Okay, they supply other states with people, right? Not money. Yeah, that's about it. And illegals. And all the corruption stuff that they got going on. And that's why they're losing a lot of businesses big time, man. They are the demo rats are showing you how things are, how they're being ran. Let me see here. Wait a moment, Census Sergeant. Oh yeah, do you have your wrench? Where's your wrench at? Did I put the wrench on here? I thought I did. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all see a wrench by Census Sergeant's name? Yeah, I do. Okay, I see the wrench. Man, I got a little bit of a lag. Damn, how far am I down? Okay, there it is. Yeah, I see the wrench. All right, he got the wrench. Okay, there it is. All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, he got the wrench, Tony. Okay, I appreciate it. Coconuts are real. Yep. So therefore, man, and things. So yeah, man. Yep. Okay, there we go. Yep. So if you are a loser, if you are swearing, if you are, using racial types, we already know that get you out of here. But yeah, guys, other than that, yeah, this has been beautiful, man. Boy, look at this, 121 likes, man. That is what's up, man. Yeah, boy, we are killing it in here, man. They got the mod squad, boy. Yeah, I got it. You know what? The one that went by, I forgot what's that blonde in here that she was in here and she became man, I made a mistake and got her off there too. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's her name, man? I got to get her back on here though. But yeah. Yep, I got to get her back. Well, we got Denise Don Michigan. Are you in Michigan? That's what Denise Farmer is asking. Yeah, I always wondered that too, though, Don Mitch. Yeah, because I'm in Michigan too, man. I'm here in Detroit. Detroit. Hello, Detroit. You warm my heart. Those, like I used to have the words down. But yeah, you know Sammy Davis Jr. sung that song for Detroit? Yeah, irresistible you, kissable you. But see, I'm banning all black liberals. When they get out of line, Black Guy 9, when they get out of line, they over here doing all this racial stuff because I got to have my views, you know, because, you know, but they get out of line. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know the rules, right? Yep. If they're over here being disrespectful, let me do my shout out too, you know.
Let us give a shout out to the Mod Squad.
Hold on for a minute if I do that one. I'm talking about this one.
Attention all trolls. Please refrain from using harsh language and threats of violence. All violators will be blocked from the chat.
And it's supposed to be racial.
Thank you very much, Chandria.
Chandria, it's supposed to be racial stuff too, but that's okay. We're going to get it right. Yep. Going to be some racial stuff too. Yep, because like I said before, we have the advantage. They do not. We have the upper hand. They do not. They on the run. We are not running, right? We are unapologetic in here. You guys are showing me that you are real Trump supporters, right? Joe Mama says, since the sergeant stopped banning Black Guy 9, screenshot it. All right, yeah. Don't do no banning now. No banding. No banding. Right? I'm banning all liberals with 6 fingers. 6 fingers. Let me see here. Bud Russell. Block and deport all Christian haters. I mean, hating Muslims. I mean, Christians hating Muslims. Let's say block and deport all Christian hating Muslims. Hey, Census Sergeant, is that supposed to be a mistype or something? You say block all Christian hating Muslims? We don't want anybody hating anybody. Census Sergeant, what do you mean by that? You said block and deport all Christian haters and Muslims. Are you blocking people? Are we blocking people? I'm looking in the room, right? I'm being silly. Okay, I'm about to say, you know. No, I'm talking about for Census Sergeant. Is he being silly too? He said block and deport all Christian hating Muslims. Is that a joke or is it real? He says Muslims don't belong in America, right? Yeah, but one thing about it is simply this, though. We'll be no better than them guys. Remember I said before? We have the advantage. They don't. Let me see here. But Joe Long says, no. Bullshit, black guy. Yeah, I'm being silly, Tony. Okay, I know. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I was talking about, what's the name? Census Sergeant. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing about it, though, when the Muslims come in here, which they really don't, but here's the thing, though. I'm not saying, the thing about it is simply this, though, guys. This is not complicated. If they come in here talking about, I'm a bomb, I'm a destroy, if they're doing anything like that, I'm coming for you, you know, this is taken on as a threat. No threats or acts of violence or racial type of stuff, right? It's just that simple. Just that simple, right? You are, with great power come for great responsibility. No immigrants that hate Christians. Yeah, okay, Census Sergeant, I get it. If you hate Christians, yeah, absolutely. Maybe I read it wrong, but I'm just saying, though. I know you guys are on the, you know, yeah. So we want to make sure now, we're not going to ban people. We're going to give them a 10-minute timeout. And if they can commence to keep going, then we go from there. Why doesn't Donnie have any blacks in his inner circle, in the cabinet? Yeah, he do. He actually have about 6 blacks or whatever like that are Republican. I can name 2 of them right now. There is actually Brian Donaldson is one. You also have Tim Scott over there. It's just senator over here in Florida, I do believe. And then you have others, right? There's like 4 others that is in. Now you talking about in his inner cabinet? You talking about in his inner cabinet? Now I'm gonna see here. Is Ben Carson still in this inner cabinet? Let me see something here. Hold on for a moment. Good question. Now you gotta keep in mind, just because we don't want no token. That's what the Dems do, to fool you to think that, oh, I'm not racist. No, this whole thing is on merit base. Not Trump don't care what color you are. If you can outperform other people, you got to do something to be in the inner cabinet. You just don't get in there because you're black or any other type of thing. It just doesn't happen, right? Let me see here. Let me check something out here. Who is in Trump's inner circle? In his cabinet. Who's down in Trump's cabinet? Let me see here. I mean, in Trump's inner circle, that is black. Let me see here. Okay, because I mentioned, there's Tim Scott, there's Byron Donaldson. Know who those two are. Let me see here. Yeah, we got, when I say the Politico, I'm not going to believe, I don't pull up Politico, I don't deal with them because they are leftist rag. Hold on for a minute. Let me see here. Hold on, I know what this question I should be asking here. Hold on for a minute. Where's my AI at? Hold on for a minute, guys. All right, let's go with Grok. Let's go and pull it up. Okay. And there is Scott Turner. Scott Turner, right? It says here the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. He's been confirmed February 2025. He is the only black member of Trump's cabinet, according to AP. We got background, former NFL player, right? Texas, blah, blah, blah. Let me see here. Ben Carson, right? This is back in 2005, but it says, hold on. Here's the people right here. Black Republicans who campaign heavy for Trump, which is Senators Tim Scott, Representative Byron Donaldson. You also have Wesley Hunt, John James, Burgess Owens are influential surrogates and congressional allies, but not core White House insiders as of 2026. I think the only person they said that was Scott Turner, right? And Scott Turner had to do something extremely, right? Because again, Trump only picks people that not only that he can trust, but off of merit base. Anybody watch The Apprentice, you know how Trump get down. Y'all remember Kwame that was on The Apprentice or whatever? He was a brother. He said he liked Kwame though, you know? But you have to, it's like being in the military, being with Trump. Trump is like the general. He ain't going to go easy on you because you're black. He wants you in there because you qualify for the job, right? And that's what we voted for. This don't make Trump a racist. And anybody that's trying to paint Trump as that is not. He's not that. You got to do something special. You got to be merit-based. I mean, look how many hats that what's the name? He's Cuban. We're talking about, you already know, Marco Rubio, man. The guy barely sleep, you know? Let me see, not banning for 5 months, time out for insults. Let me see here. Let me see, Census Sergeant says 5 minutes. Yeah, you can do 10, Census Sergeant. Let me see here. Man USA 1 says no, first term only. Let me see here. Yeah, Ben Carson, you mean? Yeah, I think that was right for the first term for Ben Carson. I think you are correct about that too. Stewart says Ben Carson is gone. Remember DEI dismantled. Yeah, Ben Carson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I ain't heard Ben Carson in a while. Yeah, Ben Carson wasn't DEI. I know. No, he was not a DEI. Ben Carson, man, he got those beautiful hands as a surgeon. He the one to separate those Siamese twins, man. I mean, this guy got the gift. Joe Mama says, you all need to watch the View Meter when you start banning, it gets knocked in half. Yeah. Yeah, because I was wondering about those view numbers and stuff, though, too. So, yeah. And like I said, though, got to be conscientious of that because it hurt Joe Mama has it right, though, man. You know, the point is that when you take away people, I mean, it had to be something severe. I'm not butthurt like that. I've been trolling them. I go after them. You know what I'm saying? So my personal opinion, I don't think that Kim West should have been banned, to be honest. I took her off the ban list. You know, she got it right. She never came for me. She never called me dumb and stupid. I'm just saying, though. She was in the room. I remember her before. So she never came for me. Right? I took her off the ban list. Because I'm going to tell you guys, I went in there and looked. There was over 70 people banned. Right? Now, we found out who the mole is, but I'm just saying, there was a lot of people banned. And then you know what happens with my numbers? It goes like this. It's not helping me. It's hurting me. Hurting me. Joe Mama says, bro, it's the internet. You look worse if you are a sergeant. Let me see it. Jason Beatrice says, Democrats are responsible for female. Achilles. Yeah. Jason Beatrice is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Beatrice. He's a member, too. Jason Beatrice. Let the trolls in. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with them. They're going to come. They're going to come. You know what I'm saying? That's why you guys are here. You guys got the blue wrenches. But we ain't got to go crazy and overboard with it, though, you know? You know what I'm saying? Because it's very rare that my life is threatened anyway, you know? They talk that ish, but that's why I got my, what's the name, to do the recordings on here or whatever, you know? Yeah, Chandria does the recording, stuff like that. So, you know, therefore, Richard says, hey, bro. I remember Richard from yesterday. Hey, bro. Hey, how you doing, Richard Howie? You know? But some of y'all mods is just coming in. Mr. Brewski. Y'all remember Mr. Brewski? Mr. Brewski reached out to me. He said, man, one of your mods blocked me. And it could have been that First Amendment dude, right? He blocked somebody blocked Mr. Brewski. I never had a problem with Mr. Brewski. Mr. Brewski ain't never cussed nobody. I said this earlier. He never went after nobody. But why did Mr. Brewski get blocked? Yeah, I talked to Mr. Brewski. Mr. Brewski say, I'm glad I wanted to address you because he said, I want to know what I did. I'm over here defending Trump, like what you talk about. And that's what I'm saying. If Mr. Brewski got blocked and banned, I had other people was coming out. They said, man, they were banning me just because I said something against Obama. Now, hey, I've been cooking Obama the whole time. So I'm just saying, though, these are people that was coming to me. I said, I'll get it taken care of. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Come great power, come great responsibility. Y'all heard that before, right? I got to use Marvel reference, right? Come great power, come great responsibility. And I've been a mod myself on other people's channels. You know? I know when to ban and block. You know what I'm saying? But if they over here calling the people, man, you black summons, you old Nick, you know, and all these other things, man, you don't think that can be blocked? Yeah, that can be blocked. I done it. Bummer sent billions to Iran. Secret treason, right? Is a bitch. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, though, you know, you guys. Yep. He sent billions, 1.7 billion to be exact, over there to Iran, right? This is facts. Coconuts are real says, I missed Obama Coke. Yep. I had to watch the rerun. Yeah, I cooked him yesterday, though. I don't think he was here, Coconuts are real, but I cooked him, right? And we can stand here for truth. I mean, that's why I say, though, Trump announced that they have, right? He ain't let it out the bag. Trump always know that uranium won and who was responsible for that. It was Obama's administration. It was Obama. They traced the isotopes. So it's just a matter of time when they get that uranium dust in Iran. It's buried over there in Iran, over there right now. They know it. They got their eyes on it. They will go in there and get it. That's why Obama is so worried right now. trying to explain this stuff to the left, right? That's the thing about it, though, man. His days, like I said before I go, I'm going, really got to go now. But Obama's days are numbered, let alone they're going to strip off his legacy. They're going to tear down that ugly, whatever you want to call it, a presidential center. Because when you doing treason, right, and seditious and so forth, man, when you're doing this type of stuff, practically set up a coup to go against our president that we all know and love, a duly elected president, which is Donald J. Trump. You don't think that deserves punishment, right? That he wasn't allowed to do that. We have an electoral, we go through an electoral, votes. We don't just put up a coup and do this type of hit squad stuff to remove people. We don't do that. He was mad because the people voted for Trump. That's the first term. That's why Obama did it. You had Hillary in that room, Susan Rice, James Clapper, James Comey, and all the rest of them. They was in that room. That's a fact. Even Tulsi came out with this stuff. So yeah. So that's why. That's why. Ain't nobody hating on this, man. Just telling the truth. That's exactly what it is, right? So we decided, that's why I would say, Hillary approved the uranium one. You got that right, right? And now $1.7 billion in cash that was given to Iran. So they can go out here and buy missiles, do all the stuff that terrorists does, right? Obama created ISIS. What about Hamas and other one, right? Hezbollah and all the rest of them, right? These state-funded terrorists. How you think they become a terrorist? They state-funded. The money is coming from somebody somewhere. Boy, I tell you. Let me get on out of here, guys. Hillary approved. Yeah, I got that. Let me see. A census sergeant says Trump is destroying and Cook. Trump is destroying the Cook CIA, right? Operations in Iran. Yeah, you got that right, though. Because we got some rogue agents, that CIA over there. And that was all sent over there by Obama, right? We're going to come out. Look, all the facts are going to come out. I don't want to get too far ahead of the president. I don't want to get too far ahead. Let's just see what he says. And I'm going to follow the president's lead because he is more in a position than any of us. He has intel on Obama and all this other stuff. 47 years, like he said, that every other president could have shut it down, but they did not. They did not do it. So, yeah, starting with Jimmy Carter, smiling Jimmy Carter. Y'all remember Jimmy Carter? This ain't no welcome back. Welcome back. You know, you're getting out of here 90 minutes ago. I know, right? All right, I'm going to shut it down, guys. I appreciate you guys, man. So much to cover. And I appreciate you all, man. Thank you all for showing up. Man. Boy, peace and chicken grease. I'm out. Let me go and start that Star Spangled Banner. I got to get the banner up when we get here. You know how I do, man. We got to get the Star Spangled Banner. Please stand up. Please salute the Star Spangled Banner, man. Our country, God and country, guys. God and country. All right, let me see here. I appreciate you guys. Let me go ahead and run on out of here. Man, oh, yeah, that's right. I never turned my camera back on. That's all good. All right, forgot to turn my camera back on, but I'm going to turn it on well. All right, guys, peace and chicken grease. I'm out.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes